W gaming style that we all love. But we're gonna toss it over to Jen really quickly as she managed to pull the two coaches aside for a very quick interview.
They can survive to round 5 or lower final. Jenny. Ooh. Tammy and Alex.
Oh my god, as if looks could kill. Well, welcome to Pacific Eyes. Thank you, coaches, for joining me. I'm gonna have you over here.
I hope one of them
today we have the RX Derby going on. Now, you guys both have new styles, new comps. So what do you think of the recent changes that your opponents made?
Yeah, I mean, the switch comps mid-season, you know, I mean, mid-kickoff, I think it's nice to see that they've gone to 2 initiators. It's very unique to Pacific right now. I don't think many of us play it, so it's good. It's going to be a good game. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Reach in 2026, that's like something in 2023, you know? So, yeah, it should be easy.
That was very nice, Alex. Thank you. And Termi, 터미 감독님, 최근에 페이퍼렉스도 DRX도 새로운 변화를 도입했는데요. 페이퍼렉스의 변화에 대해서 어떻게 보시나요?
우선 페이퍼렉스가 굉장히 뭐 여러 가지 맵에서 좀 특이한 조합들을 많이 가지고 왔는데 그 조합들을 페이퍼렉스 스타일답게 굉장히 잘 만들어낸 것 같고 새로운 시도를 하고 있는 것 같은데 좀 좋은 모습을 보여주고 있는 것 같습니다. 새로운 시도 중에 지금 썸띵 빅투하고 있는데 좀 별론 것 같은데.
Well, thank you, coaches. That was very wholesome, and good luck today.
Let's go.
Yeah, very wholesome indeed, unless you have telepathy, which apparently
This is so
we're all
spicy.
granted as of today. Yeah, thank you, Jen, for letting us get into the minds literally of the coaches over here. Pulling up our predictions, and we see I Spy with my little eye, 54%.
Yeah, I'll join in. I think Big Time has great opinions. You know, he's usually correct when it comes to the predictions, but he's just getting a little unlucky.
Some of us predict for the world we want to live in. Some of us are creating change with the British. I'm not a passive player in this universe. I'm making things happen. I mean, it's not quite come true. Not yet, but it will eventually.
He has a 54% chance of making stuff happen.
That's most of them right.
Yeah.
That's most of them correct.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're
Let's
right.
look on the bright side.
Again, I say this just because like I'm not last. You know? It's like I'm just happy I'm not last at this point.
Look, he went for Paper X today, so that's probably not a good sign if you're a Paper X fan. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, half the time you're right, right?
Half the time I'm right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna
50-50.
see indeed if we are indeed right as we head into this RX Derby. DRX is taking on
This is one of the most exciting
for
matches for
today's
me.
match. Let's send it to the stage.
Here we go. I'm so curious about Hermes versus Infi. They're gonna debut. Wow. VCT. Nah, about the fun fact, the backsound for VCT Pacific 2026. Nah,
It's the
That's Zen
Pacific
voice.
El Clasico once again. PRX taking on DRX. Only one will survive this series. Will it be DRX? As we saw last week, DRX are evolving and adapting and looking to be one step ahead all the teams in Pacific. But are they one step ahead of PRX? Can last year's Kickoff champions claim their trophy once again?
Yeah, we'd love to see them go to an international event. They've had so many trials and tribulations to deal with a last-minute roster change, but they are always a team that performs better than the sum of their parts, and particularly when they make it to the international events, they are always doing damage, so we want to see them at Santiago one way or another.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
no two ways about it. This is a team with a lot of potential. Hyunmin's holding the wingman beanie there, so channeling the power.
Oh yeah, he knows that that's a good luck charm for him, so he's brought it in. But of course, they are taking on PRX. Will PRX take us up and down the PRX roller coaster of emotions once again, give their coaches and staff all the anxiety in the world to win this match and eventually return to the global stage? That's what everyone's hoping, but can they do it?
Yeah, I mean, this is a roster.
I guess many people are gonna excited with this
We
PRX
know them
match.
to be one of the very best in Pacific. Bringing in Envy for this kickoff, for this year. Expectations were at an all-time high. They found themselves, though, down here in the lower bracket, on the brink of elimination, having to put yet another lower bracket run together if they want to make it to Masters.
They really want this revenge match against DRX as well, or it will be the same story as Champs. You do not want to get knocked out of the tournament by DRX before you reach your goal 2 times in a row.
Absolutely. Both of these teams know each other so well. At this point, they've taken on each other numerous times here on the Pacific stage. And now, with new additions to their roster, they're hoping that these slightly different flavors are going to give them
I
an
think
edge going into
PRX
this
gonna win the
series.
first map.
Absolutely. We take a
the
look
second map,
again at this veto.
first map,
I
DRX
predicted
gonna
Paper
dominate.
Rex, and I love this
this
veto
cycle.
for them. I feel like they've targeted the maps. They've managed to do quite well if they get both Haven and Corrode in my mind, where we saw DRX make these changes, bringing the Breach out on Haven, the KO out on Corrode. I feel like they're going to look to hope DRX play them again and have those counters ready.
See, I feel completely opposite. I'm feeling good about DRX in this veto in particular. I'm kind of questioning why PRX haven't brought out the Haven earlier when it was only banned against them once by T1 when they've had such success in the off-season. Why haven't they been confident enough
So
to
the
pull
winner
this out against
from
somebody
one
else?
of these
This
teams
is a
gonna
map where
face
DRX
the
starting out
loser
on the
from
attacking side.
DRX
They are
against
choosing
T1.
to play into the strong side of PRX, and that tells me that they are confident in their attack
see.
with the double initiator, and they have a good game plan for PRX's comp here if they play the same comp that they played in the off-season.
Yeah, I mean, that's the question, is will they mix it up from what we saw from them in the off-season? Will DRX mix it up? Will they go back to double duelist? We really don't know because both these teams have proven to be very flexible, showing a variety of styles already at kickoff. So it makes the prep work for both of these coaching staffs very, very difficult, but it makes Haven very, very interesting for us.
Yeah, for sure. Are we seeing? Yes, we are. We're
Ooh.
seeing the tail breach
Wait,
on the side of DRX.
Phoenix
and we're seeing
Yoru!
Yoru, Phoenix, and the Chamber on the side of PRX, just like we saw in
For
the
Chamber,
offseason.
I think it's
this is
okay,
exactly
but
what we've seen from them
ain't
in
no
that
way.
off-season. We've seen Jing
Wait, you're
of
saying-
Phoenix
before
last
saying
week.
Jing, so
I
you're
kinda
saying
love
Phoenix.
this pick. The vibe back on that Chamber. This to me feels quintessentially Paper Rex, and that's what I want to see from them.
This first half is going to be very important. In
Yes.
both of the off-season games, Paper Rex dominated on the defensive side and then only needed to win pistol bonus to win the other the other half rather. Whereas you see DRX's game against Zeta, they had a 9-3 attacking side. Despite playing single duelist double initiator, their attack was much better, quite similar to what you saw on Corrode against Full Sense.
Yep. Which way is the momentum going to swing as we step into our first map of the day? We are stepping into Haven, over to Quack
Uh-oh.
and Komodo.
Alright, the guys are Quack and Komodo.
Thank you very much, Desk. Yes, Ham Quack. This is Komodo, and we are kicking things off with the RX Derby, of course. Any thoughts so far on the compositions?
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Thoughts? No, I mean, like, it's fine. If you're coming in towards this elimination match and you're changing a lot of things, you're always going to be taking a risk. And I think we're starting to see a little bit of a new style for DRX that is good for them. So you kind of got to stick with your guns going into this.
Sorry,
Because for
the
those that might just be
home.
joining us right now for this match, this is an elimination game. But it's also not like you go straight into that best of 5 qualification next. You got to wait for the next series as well. The loser of T1 and DFM will play the winner of this series. So it really is a bit of a lower bracket run for these two teams. And for Paper X, they've been in these lower bracket runs before, right? They started off in that lower seed, they ended up winning Toronto. For DRX, can they upset Paper X in that sort of run again? This is the 2025
Yes, need to
kickoff winners
smash this
as well.
masters
Don't forget,
for
like they're a
winners.
trophy winner themselves, DRX. They want to get back to this international stage as well. I think this veto is going to be sick. If anyone was watching the offseason as well, you might already recognize that there is a very small change to PRX's comp actually. It was the Astra for Forsaken that was being run, so there's a slight change which I actually think leads into a little bit more pace
we get
with the
away
overall
from
right now, but
Forsaken,
also
take
just more
Omen,
awareness to be with the
then
team.
Astra.
So I think that's going to be
Well, then
very
Astra.
interesting as well to see what is slightly adapted in towards this one. And for the pistol, it's going to be very important from what we've seen, but the gun rounds for me is really meat and potatoes in this
something?
series.
That's what we all want to look out for. We're kicking
Oh.
things off for now. DRX on the attack, just hovering around grass, but already PRX itching for the gunfight. Look at Devi with the Headhunter.
Yeah, I mean, you've already got Teo slotted in towards C-Long at the moment, so for freeing only
Wait,
there's one
no
Salvo
someone
and the
from
Sheriff. We're going to have to see what
Envy
he's
or
going to be able to potentially
Rain?
do, as Envy is playing up
That's
a
good.
long. Finds first frag on a Hermes, and it's just a battle in mid now.
Yeah, they're all pushing up actually, all the way through
But
window as
was
well.
the
Envy
against
feels the
him,
extra confidence with the
Oh,
reinforcements
Fing.
coming through to
Look at the
continue
look.
pushing past, but unfortunately Jing goes down just by a bit. Forsaken now going for the pinch, and that leaves Mako stranded, really.
Yep.
Mako
Not a lot of
must
utility for
waiting
anyone
for
to be
a
using
Fing
right
play.
now. It's just gunshots ablaze. Everyone looking for him, and they're very individual at the
Nice.
moment, aren't they, as well? Unfortunately, Marco
For it.
getting taken down. That is an unorthodox pistol, but PRX really taking the fight to DRX to start things off. We'll keep it mellow as well. Start things off nicely.
Yeah, it's quite... No, it's hella exciting! I mean, I don't know. Mako dying at the end with a whole round playing out this way, Envy pushing all the way up. It's tough, it's unexpected. DRX tends to go for this really sort of, I guess,
That's it?
passive
Oh,
reactionary style
nice
on the
season.
attacking side sometimes, so I guess they do get surprised somewhat. Mako did win the skirmish, though, so I was expecting a little bit more. but
I don't know, he already
I mean, skirmish is skirmish. I think at the end of the day, regardless of the way that one went, this veto would be... You'd feeling pretty okay about it.
I think skirmish is
For
good
me
for
as well, I
the
kind of am
warm-up.
thinking about Haven, this A orb for someone like Jing, right? On the Phoenix, a low
Oh,
ult count.
the
How
fight?
much are you going to be able to get away with getting that orb for free? When you've got the Breach Teo, you know, you can be stunning him off the line. You can be early salvoing him off the line, denying the chance at that run it back to really keep on going. In this round, though, Bane, see you later. You've got all the C territory right now for PRX as well. You know this is now ending at A.
Just waiting for DRX to make the move. So it's initial salvos and everything for now, but PRX already close to the site.
nice shoot.
Instant shot from Jing. And the rest of it follow through with the Fade utility coming through slowly but surely. Flashes going in as well, and DRX are pretty much
Nice
back
shot.
into the
Oh,
corner, but
the
they're
fight?
still be able to take down one at the
What
very
are you doing?
least until the entire site gets surrounded. So defuse pretty clean anti-eco from PRX.
The plan's not too bad for DRX to go in towards their first buy round as well right now, so we'll see what their first attacking installment will look like and how structured they are going to be in this series as well, right? We've already seen DRX be playing this map of Haven against Zeta Division, as Pilsky was highlighting as well, right? You feel pretty confident coming out of that series when you have some comp changes coming through and everything's kind of going your
I guess
way on the
the
attacking side.
content
A slight
from
hiccup
DRX is good.
in this map right now for DRX's side, dropping the pistol, dropping the second, but as I said with the plant, we'll see how potent this buy will be for them when you do consider that PRX do have the runner back. That's why I was mentioning that earlier on, such a cheap ult to be able to get out to have potential mass impact.
Especially on maybe retakes or just info gathering if you do so choose, but right now DRX angling towards A split.
Something again up through
Angle by
C.
angle.
See that last round, see it this round, all of the information that you want for PRX to come towards this A site.
Oh,
Yeah, just hearing all the information going
Good
through.
game,
So
push
something
in.
will be able to TPO cross over to the team. Envy, though, kind of pinned down for now. He's still looking for a couple of shots.
no.
Sheriff still.
He finished
Jing
the
does
shoot.
arrive just in time to do enough damage. Everyone will be waterfalling
Wait.
through from the top of the window now, and that's
unlucky.
exactly where PRX managed to strike back, picking up the bonus.
Yeah, flooding in towards the site before the plant can even be established. That's just the power that something on this Yoru is going to be presenting on this map for us right now. And again, for something who has had a very shaky kickoff as well, right? Our star starter player of the 2025 season is in the middle of the pack, essentially, when it comes to players in Pacific this time around. So we're trying to see, you know, comfort levels and really shot levels at the end of the day to come out
that
from
was
him.
nice
So if
shots.
he's able to be having the impact, finding all the information right now on this Yoru, getting dirty in the kills as well, that's going to be mass confidence coming forward towards PRX in this best of 3. And now we'll get to see the big state of Valorant when you find that bonus how much do you snowball with on this defensive side?
Yeah, because technically you should be snowballing so much.
I mean, it's I'll call it a broken state of affairs of Valorant at the moment that we probably maybe need to see some changes coming in a little bit later on. Right now, though, plant for DRX. They've got in towards the same side yet again, and it's just going to be a 5v5.
If you
All the
spot
way through the site.
gun.
But of course, you do have that
Oh,
duelist coming through. Instant curveball into the site, able to react all around. Even into the corners,
no.
being not able to take
Mako with
himself out.
1v4,
Just
it's
Mako
winnable for PRX.
with the sheriff. Perhaps looking for pot shots through the smoke. Now another to his name. Set himself up. Another sort of one-way. Wild TP though. Punished for that.
Expected.
That's an attempt at the end of the day, but Devi's watching that from up above. Just a firing squad going towards him. And you feel there's not much that you're going to be able to do at the back of that. 4-0 for PRX. Not needing too much coach intervention just yet, you would say, unless the next gun round that you do have spirals out of control. Because if PRX are going to be, as we know PRX are, happy to take the gunfights, and all 5 members on this stage right now are feeling sharp and everything's flowing, they are going to continue to float on that stream and continue to take these fights. So it's going to be really important for DRX right now to have some impact come this round.
Oh, look at the guns.
I'm ready. It's smoke ready. Ready? Flashing TP. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Flash. Ready also.
Oh! They look at the on the seaside!
The A-long take
Yeah,
from
look at the
PRX there.
seaside!
As I mentioned as well, early salvos, for example, to off-put Jing's chances of getting the orbs. It'll keep some interest from PRX over at that A side as well, because they are playing the technical 1-1-3 at the moment. And it's just something who's the closest to C, but it's an untenable situation for him to get in too early.
Oh no, yum yum.
So once more, it's going to be a 5v5 retake. Devi with the
I don't know,
operator
from
in
Yum Yum
hand
is
as
good.
well. Keep a potential eye on that.
Which makes it a pretty good call coming through from DRX, especially
Thomas with the
Hermes
flank.
hearing all the footsteps for now.
They are not even looking towards the spawn at the moment. This
They
is not
should
in
expect-
PRX's mindscape whatsoever.
This could be 2 big
But,
kills,
just an
instant
engine
numbers
could be-
advantage for DRX.
Unless it takes too long.
Hermes!
A little bit of time for now, but still able to hold around the edge of the smoke, around C-Link for now. And there goes the kill. It's not the 2
time
that we
for
were thinking
PRX.
of. Jing is still alive.
defense is like-
However, it's now
I
instantly a 2v5. PRX can't really respond in this situation. The best I can hope for is this kill against Hermes and then a save. Hunting down Hermes right now, but look at how he backtracks all the way into spawn.
Yeah, it doesn't even get that kill, unfortunately. Jing. Devi will hold the operator in towards the next round. I'm not exactly sure if he did take a pot shot with that one at the tail end, escape for the save call, so it might be, you know, not noted that it's going to be in possession, but with the money situation of PRX, you just assume that there's going to be an operator in play anyways for Devi. We'll see how impactful he is going to be with this weapon as well, because you know, we only generally see him opt for it when he is playing the, we'll call him agents outside of his pool, so to speak. But it's cool to see change-ups if it's going to work for PRX.
I guess PRX wanna try to
established start
make
of utility over at
convert
A1.
with they
Same
were.
flash combo to come out from PRX, same scaling, and to send something over towards the C site where this time it's not going to be absent. The operator and Devi already on the line as Envy grabs a orb. There's a nightfall available for this B potential retake.
The chamber trap is
Still,
on B.
quick take from DRX though. We'll see how they can possibly respond or anticipate some of these ultimates so far. Nightfall getting sent
out
through.
from
A Blaze
NP.
Wall into side as well, but look at Mako.
Oh, you're going to have to just take these fights at the moment and find them convincingly for PRX. There's the Rolling Thunder for Bane if he needs as well, but so far so good for DRX finding all of these kills.
Evaded the Nightfall, steps back into the fight as well. It's a tough one for PRX. 2 players alive, and they still want to hold on to the op as well, so trying to hang back, but Freeing does manage to hold the right angle against Devi.
Yeah, it feels very comfortable again for Freeing in my sort of picture of him right now when this Teo is back on play. You always just feel like you associate an agent with a player, and for me it's Freeing on this Teo when we throw it back towards his introduction to Valorant last year. I'm sort of kind of meandering on this for DRX as well, right? Because this composition can be very telegraphed. When you drop that breach utility, when you drop in that Teo utility, you're generally trying to execute on the back of it and not wait for any refresh time for the breach, because Teo has none. So the fact that DRX are kind of able to get in towards these sites over at A, over towards B, over towards C, get these plants down, and unless PRX are already there to take the fights, they're going to have to either decide to flood retake early or quick retake after plant. And not really being able to do so too much now, you would assume, for DRX. The 2 rounds that they've gathered. Will this be a change, though? Over towards C? Nah, not really. Immediate decapitation.
No, sir. This is not even parliamentary procedure. This is just DRX going in, especially when PRX don't quite have the guns. Except for Divide, though, off the back site. And steps away, eats paranoia, but still tucked into the smokes. Looks for the right opportunity to possibly thwart the spike plant. Managed to take down Marco as well. Still has ammo to go for a little bit more.
They haven't planted just yet. They know the retreat from Freeing has gone through the garage. He popped that trademark as well. But a 1 versus 2. Freeing does have a drone and the Armageddon available with crosshair placement that you would assume has to be superior right now, because Devi has already showcased that in this round. Mate, he's got a 4K. Devi is looking for the ace.
Yeah, he's on a heater for sure. Could even potentially play for bait around with Envy. Freeing, though, into the right spot. Devi could lose, so heads up duel, but it's not going to happen. Elevated angles. Shot in the torso as well. PRX with an ace will go up to 5 rounds.
I believe that's the 11th ace coming through in Pacific at this kickoff so far. So well done, Devi, being able to pick up that one on the chamber, because, you know, for me, the chamber is all about being able to tap heads and shoot your opponents on this Sentinel line, and, well, he's just been able to do that. So well done for the Predator ace coming Devi's way. And around back towards PRX, where you think maybe DRX would have, with a 2-player opener, by the way, a 3 versus 5 for PRX, be able to establish a plant, defend it. Unlucky for DRX. Because it's also funny that PRX win that 3 versus 5 for me, because they're the team that normally has those 5 versus 3 advantages and drops them. So a bit of their own medicine throw the way to DRX in this one.
Well, lovely. That was like a slight half buy for PRX as well. But moving on. Do have the Headhunter, the Tour de Force being pulled out. DRX being quite cautionary around a lot of these corners. Still, though, PRX continue to scale up a lot of the extremities of the map.
Portal closed. Cutting.
DRX trying to go with a full 5-man punch right now. Managing to take down something. It's a lot of information, though.
Yeah, do they use the Armageddon to get in towards the site or not? Envy stuck between a rock and a hard place and a retrieval mission. Now they're going to put him 6 feet under 3 versus 4, with a lot of this utility being invested early on for DRX.
The Armageddon!
Tail ult right now, but it's a force from Devi that he can't pepper and finish off Bane.
Is that because the wall, right?
PRX are here before the plant can go down, and they're just taking the fights, trying to off-put DRX, but now when the dust settles, it's Jing.
Yeah, losing some members in the whole process of it, so 1v2 now. They know exactly where he is or where he could show up from, so the cage comes down, makes it a little bit more difficult. He's out of utility as well, just has to come down to how he slices the
pie. That's Hyunmin.
Check graffiti, so Hyunmin will be the one to take the round for DRX.
Finally,
if Jing got that kill, got one of them in the 1 versus 2, he has the ult, the round back, and it would have given him another life to try and make that retake happen. A very dry contact play for DRX over towards the beginnings of A, and then turning up the pace with the trades coming out from Hyunmin, getting in, getting out, and 2 heavy ults invested in this round as well. Not in tandem either, by the way. 2 different lines of sight coming out from the Waylay ult and the Teo ult. But they do manage to get in towards the site and hold it as well, DRX. So keeping this one in some good form, some good challenges.
Yeah, my health is 32%.
Still similar-ish approaches, though. Different players coming down A long for now.
Yeah, spotting out the further information from the Prowler as well. Be worth it for Hermes to try and draw a lot of attention towards this spot. Make him think that they're still hanging around. Risky business, though, to hang around the cage when it drops in the open against an operator, perhaps, though, as Devi will find him in that very moment.
They have to get the plant down now. You spent so many players, so many resources to try to get the spike in, but then you get stalled by the run it back. Hyunmin will stand feet to try to send it back, but unfortunately you lost all initiative now.
Remaining.
So that's why all the angles start to get held by PRX, especially the
I don't know,
offense
it's the
through. It's another shot for
with the new
Devi.
idea or no?
and PRX will move up to a 6th.
It looks a little bit one-dimensional in that sort of
an
position
adaptation
from
from
DRX as well, right?
Marco
They get
to
pushed off,
Ben
being
as
able
a
to do
caller.
anything over at A. They're not up through C with any sort of space gains just yet. So where else are they going to be able to go? Well, it's the B site or it's Garage. You're happy as Larry holding that one as PRX with
This
the Garage
DRX
because
have a
there's no
potential.
drone action coming through from DRX at that moment. They're looking to kind of dry waltz in towards the B side at that point in time because they've already lost a couple of key members. Again, this breach tear
Alright,
comp,
good time
it
call
has
from
some
Coach
power, but
Stevie.
it has some falterings as well. You're not able to have that initial set of utility gain advantage. 3 to 6 in favor of PRX, where DRX now to call their first timeout and figure out, are they going to be able to get something better than a 3-9 half, perhaps?
3-6.
You would think PRX is anticipating some of these potential plays, some of these, well, as you mentioned, telegraphed plays that could come through. They are sitting on a rolling thunder, though, DRX.
I don't think so. Could I buy
See what Bane's
that
adjustments
PRX
do look
by
like
not
as well
so
in the
the
sort of
owner?
slower adaptation that DRX are going in with now in a lot of these rounds as well. When you look towards last year's calling to come out from Marco, for example, I think this slower calling, working the map style that we've seen in these past couple of maps from them have looked a lot better for DRX, but you're coming up against Dub Gaming right now. That probably isn't going to work.
Oh my god.
So we'll see if it does, and I'm just, you know, flapping my mouth. This is going to be a very important round for DRX on the back of that timeout, though, in terms of econ as well.
Oh, a little bit of Dub Gaming. Just a bit with Divine peeking his head through Garage.
Yeah, drone timing is nice as well. You don't really want to be peeking too
If I
far through
spot it.
Garage's Divine when you don't call for an Omen smoke to go towards mid-window. Just going to try and hold that singular line. As you
That's
mentioned,
out
the Rolling
from
Thunder
Bane.
earlier on, that's going to be the entryway into this seaside.
Oh.
As, well, we're scoping out things as something,
Nice shot.
finding all of the info.
It's also kind of throwing them into a lot of nerves. Oh, Jing able to sidestep it away, and now something, especially having infiltrated towards the back, makes things so much more difficult for DRX. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Bane, can you really fight yourself out of that spot? You can't.
No.
Nice
PRX
run,
continue onward with this onslaught.
It's a good ult to come out from something there as well with that dimensional drift.
I know,
just
DRX
confirming
will try
all
to
presence
last them.
of members from DRX, and I'm
But-
very, very surprised that Marco decides to stick that ultimate to
Jing
the back
and-
of the seaside
Jing
there as
and
well. I mean, from
something's
his
out
POV,
works.
the two PRX members aren't looking at him. But then the moment that you come out of the form, well, Jing just spots you. Unlucky, mate. Nice try. A valiant attempt. But it does get shut down in the end, and PRX find their 7th. DRX not able to convert
I know
after their
DRX
own
already
timeout. Now they'll pay
plus
to
on
price in
waste
forms
the
of
times,
weaponry.
but
They don't have much to
I don't
play
think
with
so.
in this one. A Sheriff, Bandit, another Sheriff, and maybe the Stinger of Hyunmin
they
is going
can
to be able to
qualify
sing a good tune in this
to
round,
Santiago
but
Ono.
you would generally say that it's going to look a bit off-key for DRX here.
As I said, they wanna take in
Really
to
tough
Mayu
to find the
7.
right rhythm as well, perhaps. You're trying to go back in to gain some space across the map.
They will drone in towards Garage, and it's just going to be absent of PRX members, so they are pathing correctly, technically, DRX in this round, but
Uh-oh,
just weaponry and a
Mosquito.
very nice shot from Divide to start things off.
Right, just look at where PRX are positioned, anticipating all of these plays. They know the drone was coming through. They just set themselves up just right as the Waylay does.
Come in!
Now it's
Nice
forsaken
design!
into the corner off top of logs.
Oh,
and instantly
big.
decimating 3 more players. Just the last one left, and
Nice.
Freeing goes down into the ground. It's a flawless for PRX.
That was a good
Envy's
one
had a
for
couple of good haunts over towards
PRX.
this C site as well. The reveals in that round and won a couple previous as well, getting some good reveals and some good shots from PRX. Just easy free kills in those moments in time. There's that 8-3 to come on through as
is
we
it
move
ready?
into the last round of the half. Are we going to see some adjustments come through from DRX? Because it's felt a little bit flat now that the rhythm has been found for PRX. We're not seeing this potency that comes out from the game against Zeta Division, where I feel like you got a new comp coming on through, you're adjusting in that one. There was no tape for Zeta to really rely upon. PRX had tape coming in towards this series.
Just a bit and still enough.
I
Not
guess
to mention,
we'll
the
go to gym
proficiency of
later.
some of these players on these agents too. Jing on the Phoenix, but still.
Oh, the timing!
This time a different
What?
result into
This
the
position
smoke.
can
Hyunmin able to
survive?
take down one, but the hot hand still able to
Hyunmin
burn it
can get
alive.
though,
Bane
but it's okay.
to trade back.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a loose spray at the end there from Jing.
Oh.
Unlucky that he wasn't able to win that
What
one.
an
as it's a
insane
3
out!
versus 4. Forsaken has gone into where the opponents buy their guns. A little bit of a lurk.
Oh,
Bane on 5
Hermes
HP with
should
the
be
25 regen shield.
second position.
See if he can activate a little bit later on.
It's insane positioning. If he's able to actually
Devi.
activate. Devi has no idea! Oh my goodness, now it's at 2v4. Forsaken though, still a chance!
What a
as he hops on through window.
He knows freeing is here.
Pings him as well. Just eyeing down the corner, calling for reinforcements. Something goes through, but unfortunately goes down as well. Special delivery spent, but this is all costing Forsaken valuable time where DRX managed to port it back.
Unfortunate that the frag wasn't found from something in that moment in time, because Freeing's not even trying to focus on finding the frag. He's trying to draw the aggro away from Bane to be able to re-wrap around through the window. Really well done from Freeing to recognize that, or for Bane to call it, whichever way that one has played on out. But it was a round sorely needed for DRX to keep good potential in this map. Love the patience to come through from Forsaken in that one as well.
I believe
but,
DRX
it's really
defense
unfortunate
is
that they're
good.
not able to dislodge Freeing from his spot. Waiting for
Because
Bane to come
they
out with a wrap.
have
So 4-8
big
in favor of
stun
PRX
and
as we
Freeing can just
exchange halves.
Tay
We
Ho
also finally get to really see what the defenses are, or rather what the
PRX
attack is going to look
got
like for
stunned by
PRX in
which
this
stun?
composition right now, because the last 2 times that they did play this comp, where Merida was the the Astra instead of
Chamber
the
Dip!
it was an off-season event.
We got a
didn't
Chamber Dip
see
from
too
Defy.
much of a need on the attacking side from them, as they were able to close those ones up flawlessly against G2 and Gen G. So what do they really have up their sleeve on this map for this comp as well?
Thank you so much for following.
Perhaps different showings. But,
some good floods, some good flashes, you know, trying to facilitate something to dive on in with him being the second layer perhaps. I think the way that we've seen him pilot his Phoenix at time, he is really starting to learn the Blaze Wall and the utility through that with the team as well. There's some really good timing that I've liked from him on this Phoenix utility, and honestly, just being a nuisance with it. Because you got the opponents that always have to kind of imagine, when is that going to come around the corner? Are we going to be able to find the right timing to dodge the flash? Is there going to be another flash to come through from somewhere? I think it's a very versatile composition that PRX are running on this map right now. And you've also got the consistency from Defy coming through on the chamber. I mean, it's just been gorgeous. Speaking of, he does get traded, but he comes out with a shot first as well.
Yeah, so it's rather even for now, but still. Otherwise, for DRX to try to rethink if they want to double up reinforces onto A, they will continue clear on up. They see nothing there, but they hear all the footsteps up close towards C-Link right now. Hot Hands gets tossed.
Oh my god, the entry is so
Be
perfect.
careful of this flank that's coming through from Hyunmin as well, up at the front of the mid window. Is this going to be read in from PRX whatsoever, as they look to extend territories towards A to clear that first and foremost, as something removes Marco.
Oh, and another Hermes gets taken down. Now Hyunmin's been spotted out. He's still able to take down another as well, but unfortunately not enough up against something who will survive with 15 HP. Yep. All the kills in this pistol round for him.
Well, it's lovely to come out from something in that round, and I'm getting flashbacks right now to the GE game for PRX as well. You find both pistols, you started to snowball, but the rifle rounds is what we needed to see delivered from you guys in that series. That didn't happen too much. They still get the job done at the end of the day. Skin of the teeth. But in this one, we've seen a lot more decisive calls come out on that defensive side. So the second round's not going to be present with weaponry for DRX, so we'll wait for 15 perhaps, unless we see a Thrifty come out here. But then it is for PRX, what do you have up your sleeve on this attacking side? And I think for me, more importantly, it's for DRX. It's for this team that has been around for the longest time, for these players that have tasted victory on the brink of elimination right now, on this map of Haven. Do you have more than 4?
Certainly need it.
Okay, I guess
or could just
that DRX guys wanna looking here, but they may be away with in-fake positions.
Sticking together, trying to go Midas right all the way through the flanks perhaps, but there is that trademark.
They do a 5 stacks.
Envy's protecting with the Guardian.
Go Ace, in-fake.
Quite a lethal weapon, especially with his mechanics as well. Will get overwhelmed though. Everyone peeking to it at the same time, but now it's something's turn. Did he just smack the table?
That's good timing actually on that dark cover as well, because it makes it a little bit harder for Bane to get the utility down, to get the team on in, where he just gets removed from the equation as well. You do need to die at the tail end of this round. Something is just doing them without vision at the moment, killing them and making a fool of things. DRX not finding too much in that round, just the single frag, and now hopefully we get the answers to the questions that I posed a little bit earlier on. What do DRX have for us on this defensive side? Is it going to be more than 4? Because again, I've liked the slower calling, working the map from DRX. We didn't see that too much on the attacking side. I was looking for a bit more mid-rounding, a bit more inserts, but you can tell that PRX have done their prep for this series. They were not allowing DRX to do what was successful in the last couple of series with Bane's leadership. So it's really good prep for PRX coming in towards this specific map right now.
Get the comms.
They're pushing mid, boys. Can jump pick or what?
Oh, nice yum.
Good start for the bonus though. Chunmin, at least.
I'm gonna try to break grass ship. Go.
Let's just divide out. First gun round for DRX. Spread across the map. Happy with the Cypher utility over at the C site, as it's going to start to be a little bit of scoped action in towards Garage. The Prowler sent in to see if anything is there.
Because Jing was going for the Garage trip, and now thinking to go somewhere else, perhaps a little bit telling of what direction that might be.
It's a bit risky though for something. He was hanging around that C site with a smoke permitted by Forsaken to at least help him like destroy some of that util. Broke the cam, didn't break a trip. As Hyunmin is just breaking heads. Job's done for him in this round.
By his lonesome as well. Yeah, this entire round is... I don't think we're going to be able to do too much. Not to mention Mako pushing all the way through now.
This is just the situation as DRX that you don't overcomplicate things and give opportunities to PRX.
Uh-oh. Oh, what? Okay. Slight opportunity for Mako.
Maybe 20 seconds to go, and Bane is aware of the possibility of them coming through. But the footsteps in the garage, they want to try and shake Forsaken. Something does get on this beeline, but again, I mentioned Bane has to be aware of this one. It's smart decision making from him. Gun barrel poked. No way of entry into this B site.
Yeah, it's a tough angle to clear. Multiple angles, that is, as you step through into B site. Comes down to Forsaken, banking everything onto the spike plant inside of the smoke, but that's also where DRX find a bit of timing to go on.
That's bonus round.
Yeah, you get the plant down as Forsaken, so I guess you'll take that as a sliver of a prize at the tail end of the round as well. But a good pass mark for DRX, holding on to the 3 weapons, picking up convergent paths as well for Hyunmin. On the back with some individual brilliance from him, when the Phantom is in hand, so trying to maximize what they can do for their chances in this lower bracket run. A nice flick to come through from something.
Oh, that's rare.
And it's a rare reaction from Alex, because it's not desk slamming.
Expectation. What's Alex gonna start slamming?
Yeah, thank you for explaining why I said
just
that.
curious with the reality.
We'll see if PRX does manage to recover. Now on to the operator for Devon.
Now on the C line, we'll see if Hermes is going to fall prey to it. You got something with the dimensional drift as well. You can draw attention away from the team, or you can start to sniff out if there's any opponents. The double swing called dry is ambitious. Don't get me wrong, DRX, and now they might actually pay the price because of it. Bane will fall after finding one.
Yeah, it's just so strong, especially with the ultimates coming through as well. PRX managed to seize control over the site. 2v3. Hyunmin?
Well, Hyunmin might have the ult, mate. Free might have a bit of utility, but you got no smokes. You're against Jing with the runner back. He's still got 2 flashes and the blaze. You got something with flashes as well. And more importantly for me, you've got Forsaken. You got one-way smokes available that I believe he's just even thrown early. So this is just going to be untenable for DRX to get a retake happening. They probably should go for a bit of a save.
Yeah, realistically speaking, all the timing as well for Forsaken to possibly plant himself around Garage. It's another spot that you have to worry about. So turning all around, unfortunately, you throw your bodies into the site and it just goes down into the abyss. PRX move up to 11.
You do draw out the runner back, so I guess you'll take that a little bit as DRX, but you are missing substance in this map right now. You're missing rounds, mate. 5 of them so far. I understand the risk to go for the dry swing there, but with no confirmation of, you know, opponents' positions and no favorable circumstances, it is a very risky duel to go in for that swing. And PRX were kind of just ready for that as well. No one had drawn out utility just yet for PRX. They were ready with their guns for some sort of play from
Oh, never mind.
DRX.
It's DRX again.
It's an elimination match as well. I can
I forgot
only
it.
imagine the pressure that some of these players might be feeling.
Yeah, of course. But it's not like DRX have been in these situations before, right? They've been in eliminations positions before at the highest of moments too, right? Champs, for example, most recently. And they come into this map, into this veto, you know, Haven, we hadn't seen it really picked from PRX just yet. It's been floated a couple of times. They've gone elsewhere, for example, picking Breeze when Haven was open, and we've seen some instabilities from them. Maybe we could say that they were happy with it because of their scrim results, something like that, but they do opt for Haven in this one. And you're thinking DRX, all right, Corrode, nice choice. I like that for you guys, but we've also seen growth from PRX too. So when you do think about the veto, I do think, PRX.
I'm not curious with PRX.
It's nice for you guys, but for DRX, it's not too bad from them as well. You know? So this time out that they've just invested in has to come up with the goods in round 17 here. You got the Rolling Thunder, you got the Convergent Passes to have access to as well. Freeing is probably requesting a weapon in some way, shape, or form. He's just charged with holding the A site by himself, as there's a walk down C from Hermes, and that's a roughie.
Unbelievable. The weapon so far away as well, so PRX instantly TPing across.
And now you feel you have to do something as Freeing as well. You've lost the territory over towards C. You send Hyunmin over there that gets smoked off in a progression-style smoke. You feel you have to do something here for the team, but it's going to be Marco to start off over in mid. And now it's going to be Bane, and maybe a second layer of Freeing over at A.
Oh.
Still has the utility as well.
Oh no.
Play around the spike plants, Convergent paths.
You got 4 seconds, bro. You got 4 seconds.
Does come through as well.
Oh!
There goes the Vice, still hanging back. The spike though might
Nice
be
out, but they need to be aware.
Especially with
Oh,
Thunder
nice
going
for
through.
me.
Bane still continuing to hold
The
the angle,
corner.
preventing
Hello.
Convergent online, but
Hello,
the
the
push
corner.
through. Freeing finally makes his presence known, and then it's Jing's turn.
There's an opportunity here for Freeing. He was the one with only that pistol, remember, but some damage done and a reposition as well. Jing with the plant. Do you think he wraps towards spawn when this angle is found?
Whoa!
It's not even bloody matter, mate.
What a
Freeing
shot
comes out of
from
the
Freeing!
sewers, and he is just going to drown Jing. That is a lifeline every round for DRX.
Yeah, mate. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. The way that Freeing managed to swing around the different spots made it so undetectable for Jing. So incredibly well played. It will save them from that map point.
And Operator to be brought into the next round as well. It is a bit of a lifeline. It's an investment of those 2 ultimates that I mentioned coming in towards the round, but you had to dig deep to find that round. It was essentially a buy round, right? The 4 rifles purchased for DRX, it was just because Freeing didn't have enough money to get the proper weapon up there in his own hands. You gotta have to be playing with rounds, with potential swings on Econ as well. Tour de Force is gonna be brought out for Dubai here. Marco off. Yeah, Marco is charged with the Orpiate, so we'll see what he can snipe out on the Omen. Opportunities.
I've already have this bullseye. Exosanto.
That's just going to be a reset on the timing in this one as well. Opportunities for DRX. And they start to have a bit of mid-round calling.
I'm still testing my
is on
HTS plus mouse.
Potential line with the sniper. See if he can find
I just want to say
something
thank
that gets a
you
little
to
bit
Jing
too
for the
ambitious.
recommendation.
Otherwise, it comes down to this 8 hit going through. Perfect timing on the flash.
Because also he was saying HTS plus is good.
Trading of utility at the moment, and PRX is going to feel a little bit too.
His HTS version is 4K, and my
for a minute. Insert device.
HTS version is
call to come back a little bit later on, or
8K.
maybe we'll see just complete repositions from PRX
with the new technology.
Some different locations. 30 seconds to go.
30 seconds
the
to go.
guts of
They
mid
got a
towards
good
B,
thing
where
to
Hyunmin does have a
besides.
saturate, but that's all.
Ooh. They must be aware with one of this angle.
Does anticipate it, but spots up Forsaken by the top of his head.
What?
Hermes comes through now with a huge
Why is this
double
Forsaken
kill.
smoke like that?
Leaves 2 players left on PRX's side. 10 seconds left to go as well.
No
Makes
time.
this
I promise, it's no time.
unwinnable.
Nah.
Swings through from
Away.
DRX.
What?
Divide left.
Oh my
away.
god!
Trying to gunslinger
What?
himself
What's
out of the
that?
situation. He's managed to do a bit, but not enough.
You got to be careful with those sort of smokes as well from PRX. I do believe that was their elevated smoke, and their Tootsies are seen underneath it by their opponents. So you got to be very careful with this utility if you're not taking the further space. That's the generic TP from Forsaken that goes up above. But here you go on the replay. Hermes capitalizing on his opponents. Caught lacking a little bit. Second round in a row for DRX right now, and they're starting to feel a little bit more confidence, you'd assume, on this defensive side.
Please, VCT Pacific, give me a Lex POV.
Alright, they can taste victory on this map. A couple of slip-ups. They haven't needed to use a timeout just yet. This is their first.
That's what each other.
Still needing to be able to close out the map after all. So still knowing that they're going to be going up against an op in the next round, with the way that DRX has been able to rotate all across, holding, you know, B and C, I mean A and C link, that makes it a lot more difficult for PRX, especially with their game plan of trying to, you know, really pull all the players from DRX all across.
DRX fight.
Something was doing over on that defensive side was prodding and poking with the Yoru over at C, right? If we're not seeing that from Hermes, for example, on the Cypher, who are we seeing it from DRX, or are they going absent in that approach? This is what they're doing right now in a 1-4. This is a bit of a read on the game plan from what you've seen, perhaps. Just setting up the Cypher utility over at A. So they're not going for the full 4-1 stack. They will still send Sir Hermes over towards the C side to look after that one. It's going to be a poke down the sewers. I need the replay on that one. Devi is certainly magic with the sniper in this round, or this map so far.
Oh no,
exactly.
And you removed Hyunmin as well. He's been the guy that you look to for DRX to put up numbers.
Mako's still around the corner though, and all he needs is one shot. Can't really TP
you get out, bro.
Safely.
What?
Eat a paranoid.
What was that?
Off to the shorty and another wall bang. He managed to take down
the movement was
insane. Feel bad for in that scenario too. He didn't get a real chance to play here.
We'll see if Devi can.
Nice.
Pull off some magic as well. Unfortunately,
come on.
The corner.
You guys can use your util.
Retrieved. Maybe lurking
Oops,
around.
never mind.
Possibly another
Even being
kill.
using his
Drone is just going to figure out where he is at the moment and keep the DRX members happy to sit on this A site at the moment. Try to shut him down.
For
the 1 versus 3 as the Phoenix with the ult. Gets 1 kill here. Gets the runner back.
30 seconds left.
It's going to heal up a little bit with those flames.
That's good one for DRX.
It's just going to be a difficult scenario for him to try and win this one, no matter which way you do slice it. So it's going to be the save call for him. DRX going to find their 3rd round in a row on the back of PRX's timeout, mind you. So you start to feel a little bit more confident for the Korea's side.
Still though, this was a slight half-buy round. The Stingers coming through for PRX, so maybe able to show us something different for the next round. I still want to see that replay, though. we need
but Devi's shot in it. Yeah, this is going to be a round that, you know, is a 4 versus 5 technical with advantage for PRX that is going to slip through their fingers.
I don't expect with
Marco doing some heavy lifting with the operator. He was pretty silent for majority of this in the kill department as well. That's a nice adjustment from Devi. Got to give it to him. But for me, Marco coming out with a very crucial amount of kills. It's the pistol whip on the shorty as well, getting that 3rd. Very handsome, very needed. Doesn't break the economy too much for PRX though. They're going to have another buy. And no dimensional drift online, for example. If you are going to this C site, how much are you risking it for the biscuit? Operator battle. Who bites first? Who falters first?
It's a little camera as well, so PRX might not really expect it. They're being very careful, though. There goes the little jump spot, and that should be enough.
Yeah. The only way you're really getting through this at the moment is if you are giving yourselves a progression smoke, perhaps. So you're trying to get a Phoenix flash or a Yoru flash popping out of that. A curveball to start off and off-put Marco. He doesn't go too hard, you know, on the shot to reveal exactly what's happening.
This guy's a little bit away.
At the moment from DRX. They did have Hyunmin rotate a little bit earlier, but they thought better of that at the moment.
Holding this
PRX are really trying to draw out some of this utility, make it a little bit easier for them to either get into these sites or a bit easier for them if they do in a post-plant scenario.
They
this is a good map being worked at the moment for PRX. I kind of like to say because they drew rotations to this A side. Imagine if they went B instead, or over towards C to Marco.
as that's DRX being able to react in kind. Off the swings, kill from Envy, but still pain.
It's time for execution.
Now you've got the off angle being held by Freeing. Unfortunately, no more ults for him now. Something going on, a bit of a tear. Divine TPing away. Hermes just sprays down though.
Yes, he does.
It's down to the 1v1.
Oh, but it's 10 seconds. You got to run and grab that spike. You don't know exactly where your opponent is coming through as Devi. You have to go and stick the plan or look for a challenge against Marco right now. And he is trying to dance with the devil.
Big no.
Nah! Is going to deny. And DRX again keeping this a bit of a flawless run on the defensive side now.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's the way PRX plays sometimes, and it all comes down to the fights. But when it's down to that 1v1, and Mako has all the positioning in the world to play with.
There's so much going through your mind at that moment in time. Where is Marco coming from? Can I get this spike planted? I've got an operator in play as well. It's just so hard to make the right decision in those moments in time as Devi, when pressure is really built and crumbles for him. Last time out for PRX being invested right now as DRX are starting to put their foots in front of the other, and it's not even walking anymore. They're starting to jog. They're getting ready to run. They're really catching up to PRX the way that they are playing these rounds. And you got to admit as well, the rotate for DRX to that A site, right? 4 players put there. Everybody just throwing the kitchen sink at it in utility, having the guns up, going for those trades. It gets scrappy in that fight. And it does come down 1v1 at the end. The trade game, the battle game at the moment is strong.
Also just recognizing where PRX might want to end up. Which is just fantastic work coming through from DRX.
Right now, hopefully not in the bin. That's the problem, because they are getting shut down a bit on this attacking side, right? You're looking against the ult game, though. You've got them. You are winning in that variety for PRX at the moment. You've got 4 available. The Tour de Force a whiles away, but if you can try and draw out this Armageddon from Freeing and make it a wasted opportunity that DRX try to invest in, could be pretty good.
Fall back.
From PRX just trying to flood all the way in. Hermes able to hold it off. Hot hands coming through just a bit, but still aggressive smokes. Right? Got Hyunmin as a secondary layer now coming through. He's able to find another head.
I had that one and gun. 100%. I had it
as well, mind you. Hermes. Gonna need some burn cream at the moment, so he didn't overplay his hand in the garage. You got a player advantage for DRX at the moment. As PRX are looking to just flash out, overlooking Hermes.
Slight anti-flash position, and it comes up huge for a triple kill. And the entire round is done.
He really plants his feet in that position, doesn't he? Now it's 1 versus 3 that Devi needs to try and isolate a couple of these fights. This scenario for DRX, just don't give him a 1 versus 1. Don't give him a way to individually get back into this round, and they don't. They hold it together. As Hermes finds the 4K, DRX hit double digits. There's no timeouts available, remember. It's all onto the players right now to figure things out for the rest of the map until overtime.
The final few DRX players, well, the last 2 of them, are close to their ults as well. Hermes can even come up with newer theft in the upcoming rounds. We started this second half 8-4.
Yeah, 8-4. 8-4 with PRX getting the pistol in the second. It was 10-4, remember?
We're now 11-10.
Big ult investment rounds, try to maximize your potential and getting map point for PRX on equalizing for DRX, sending in all this utility, all this ult in towards the C site, and you start to scale on in. But are you just trying to force a plan? Are you happy to play 5 versus 5? Hyunmin has the convergent pass, remember, for a retake here.
Yeah, you would think PRX should be anticipating that, hence something, sending the clone all the way through now. A couple of PRX players hiding in the garage as well.
And because it was so fast, you have a lot of this utility that you are dropping into this one as DRX now. Look at it all.
What the chaos out. What the chaos out.
To follow through on it though. Look at PRX reinserting themselves back in deep corners. Unfortunately, first point of contact will refract back, and that should be enough information. But then the garage push goes through. The smoke gets set up as well, and instantly already you've got so many DRX players removed from the board. PRX still surrounding the smoke, surrounding the sites. All the exchanges going in their favor with Envy crouching down onto the classic.
What a good run from PRX, by the way.
You're really funneled into
Oh no, it's
the
match point.
sport-sided retake there for DRX as well. You can't get back in towards the garage with the late alert coming up good for Devi. Makes it very difficult for that retake, very one-dimensional to come through. And you've just got that off-put line of all the util that PRX threw their way.
Ooh.
Around the smokes trying to navigate it. The flash is coming out to buy time as well. It just makes it very spicy in that scenario, and now you've got that final map point for PRX that they've managed to get 5 opportunities to get into this position. And DRX, I mean, they can push this into overtime, right? We've seen a lot of good calls on this defensive side so far. A lot of advantages played nicely. This time though, that's not an advantage at all.
Tried to go peeking a little bit too much. PRX this time suddenly slowing down the pace.
Are they
Just don't really
waiting
expect
for
it. But
suicide, right?
thanks to the flash, thanks to Hermes peeking, just might be a bit of a way to bring things back to even.
They
They
must
have
only
to
hit.
go for the fight at the moment. Hermes to try and take the challenge by his lonesome self. Get facilitated, get set up by Bane. A gap around his own cage at the moment. Bane somehow finds Forsaken, but the trades start to come on out as well. And you are so bothered by what you're seeing right now on the side, but it doesn't matter if Gunmin's going to come out with some shots like that.
Nice,
Now
nice,
Jing
nice.
in 1v2.
Nice, come on!
Gunmin.
It's 12
We go the
minutes.
distance on this map of Haven. Yeah, PRX going to be broke in the upcoming rounds. Not doing too well, but all the ways
Should
that
be better
DRX managed
if
to
DRX
react
can win
in
to make it
kind.
It's
overtime.
another scenario as well here, Quack, that
I promise.
PRX find an advantage. They find the first kill, but it's some good decision-making,
Oh.
instant reactions from DRX.
Unlucky for a
They
second.
are recognizing right now they cannot play a proper retake in towards this site if plants go down. They cannot play big number battles at the moment. They need to get some of these advantages a bit earlier. Try and catch PRX in transitions. So last round of regulation right now. Jing given priority on weaponry with this run it back. The progression smoke to the Sea of Long. This is what I highlighted a little bit earlier, right? You can blow this one down. You can layer yourself throughout the map.
Together.
You can wait for the util to refresh.
They wait
and you
for
can
the
dump
util.
all of your util in. You can even have Forsaken ult to the back of the seaside here as well. This is
That's
a
the
set
user from James.
DRX though, already rotating all
They
across.
knew it.
TP's been cancelled. Hermes tucked in the corner, still unchecked. Hyunmin able
What
to
a good
take down
timing.
the run it back.
They
PRX
cannot
have been
that
sent back from whence they
to
came.
A-side.
And now you kind of question in your minds
no.
as DRX, have they rotated back towards the other side
Only
of the
one
map?
guy
We saw
who
big
gonna
numbers, but they've got an
take care.
advantage. There's gaps around, and there's too many gaps around the map at the moment for DRX.
And
think
I
that
believe
someone
DRX gonna
snuck
do
in
a first
anywhere.
attack
It's a
for crossing this map.
sensational shot from Devi as well.
Yeah, players
Marco
removed.
and Freeing gone.
Yeah, it's down to Hermes and Bane right now, especially Bane into
One
this
of them
spot.
are
Unfortunately, he goes
the
down, the heads up
main
move
players
from
for
Jing.
DRX,
A lot of
especially
initiative
for
been
this
seized
side.
by PRX. The spike planted soon enough, and it's a 2v5.
Yeah, this is going to be an extremely difficult retake to come in.
Five
for
Fatal
Hermes
and
for
Envy
Hyunmin.
using Stinger?
Smoked off
I forgot to
again.
mention it. Oh,
This is Herming for the swing. He's able to take
Oh,
down the first
my
point of contact, but then PRX starts to
Shield,
suffocate him
shield.
all around. It's claustrophobic, and PRX close out the map finally at a
Absolute
13-11
cinema.
scoreline.
It's real damn close to the end of that
Absolute
one,
cinema.
doesn't it? But really, that was the right decision
So,
for the
yeah.
SEA squad to go to
It's
C
very
with the
fun.
ult to draw
Nothing is
all
left.
the attention away from DRX there, and then settle, not overplay your hand, play with the numbers, which majority of the time they did in this map.
Alright.
There was an attempted run back from DRX in this one, do not get me wrong, but the 8-4 half, if it was a little bit better, would we be in overtime? Would we be seeing a different story right now? For PRX, changing from the Astra
Let's
to
go
the Omen in
PRX.
this one. Some questions coming in towards it. It's been a while since we saw Haven come through from PRX. And they get through narrowly. Does this make us think right now, this is why they haven't opted to go for Haven just yet in Vetoes? Have they felt a little bit unco on it? Or were they waiting for it? We don't exactly know just yet, but from what we're seeing here, if it was, you know, your 13-4, 13-5, 13-6 before that run from
Exactly,
DRX came out, we'd be thinking to
yeah.
ourselves, oh yeah, why weren't they playing this earlier? The fact that DRX made some really good decisions and made things really stretch out in this map, credit where credit is due, DRX do good on that. But PRX, how comfortable do you feel like Haven is going to be the map that you want to continue on with in a potential lower bracket run right now.
Yeah, because you still have potential, more matches to go if you actually do.
Before we continue the next map, let me watch this video.
그래 출근들 했고 그래 반갑다. 난 사장 나영이다.
By the way, I'm curious with
비호감으로 보이지 않을까?
Hina as ambassador, as an ambassador from DRX.
근데 조금 이 사무실이 좋기는 한데 이 사장으로서 베네핏이 조금 부족한 것 같아요. 일단 게임 회사잖아요. 그러니까 여기 이제
소모니터 정도는 준비를 딱 해주시고 게임하면서 먹을 수 있게 옆에 과자 조금 이렇게 딱 깔아주시고 컵라면 이쪽에 딱
그러면은 여기서 하루 종일 살 수 있지 않을까 하는 생각.
She really prepared the cup noodle, right?
결제해 주실 건이 또 있는데요.
뭐죠?
DRX 투어입니다.
투어? 와우!
DRX에 대해 배워보고 또 사업 한번 가볍게 둘러보시면서 회사에 대해 전반적으로 파악해 주시는 시간 가지실 예정입니다.
제가
Is it already made DRX
오늘
and
DRX
Valorant players?
같이 훔쳐보겠습니다.
저희 이동하시죠.
네. 조금만 있다가. 조금만.
I see. Alright.
에휴, 많이 쉬었다. 그래, 일하러 가자. 일하러 가봅시다.
Who's gonna sit? Is that Vayne?
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 저 아시나요 혹시?
네, 저 알고 있죠.
아 진짜로?
저희 발로란트 팀에서 제일 인기가 많으시다고.
아닙니다. 저희가 모인 게 제가 듣기로는 새로운 사장님 오신다 들어서
엄청 이쁘신
This one's
분이라고
a bit
했고요.
미모에
I know it.
그리고 또 저희가 이제 사장님한테 강의를 해야 된다는데 혹시 자신이 있으신가요?
잘 보여야 되는데. 파이팅!
파이팅!
여긴가? 헉! 안녕하세요. 와! 헉! 오늘의 선생님들이신가요? 자기소개 한 번씩 해주실
Oh,
수 있나요?
I thought you.
저는 이제 DRX 롤팀에서 탑라이너를 맡고 있는 리치 이지연이라고 합니다.
네, 저는 DRX 발로란트 팀 베인 강하빈이라고 합니다.
너무 유명한 강사님들이 와주셨는데요? 어떻게 제가 사장이 됐잖아요. 그래서 선수분들에게 좀 이런 DRX로 생활하면서 어려운 점이나 좀 원하는 개선할 점 아니면 너무 이게 좋다.
The boss is curious about the thing.
타옥의 시설이
I guess because
답이
she cosplay like DRX CEO,
한 가지
right?
아쉬운 점은 이제 저희 숙소랑 사옥이 좀 멀어서
숙소를 옮겨달라.
네.
포부 넘치는 제가 한번 잘 말해보겠습니다.
어디 말할 사장님 아니신가요?
제가 사장이니까 대표님. 오늘 뭐 배워요?
약간 DRX의 역사에 대해서
네.
저에게 강의를 듣고요.
그래도 사장님께 잘 보여야 돼서
그쵸.
자랑을 조금 해보려고.
제가 또 사장이니까.
그럼 저희 본격적으로 수업을 시작해 볼까요? 자, 강의 시작하겠습니다. 우선 역사 강의 전에 일단 먼저 현재
네.
퀴즈부터 하겠습니다.
네.
사장님이시니까 당연히 맞출 수 있겠죠. 현재 DRX의 로고는
이거는 근데 못 맞추면 좀 그런 게 지금 옆에 있어요. 원래 알고 있었다.
She got a
한 번쯤.
찐찐.
3번
네.
베인 선수는요?
1번 아닌가요?
1번이요? 정답은 3번입니다.
DRX.
그럼 이제 DRX의 역사에 대해서 누구 글씨인지 모르겠지만 일단 제 글씨는 아닙니다.
아 진짜요?
네.
직접 쓰신 거 아닌가요?
아, 저 아닙니다. 일단 DRX는
옛날에 IM 이제 인크레더블 미라클이라는 팀명부터 시작해서
Is that
용주
a
IM
story
이때
from
약간 용이 나오기 시작했습니다.
DRX origin, right?
힘존 드래곤 X라고 이제 되게 유명한 이름이거든요.
오.
그 있어요. 그 엄청 유명한 이름. 여기서부터 이제 진짜 드래곤이 나오기 시작해서 이제 현재 DRX가 되었다.
네, 질문이 있습니다. 왜 갑자기 드래곤이 나오기 시작한가요? 저 때부터.
그거는 이제
선생님이니까 아실 테니까.
모르겠어요.
뭐야 선생님.
아무튼 그랬다.
아무튼 그랬다.
질문 안 맞습니다.
어머.
또 이제 저희 DRX의 이제 중요한 마음가짐, 중꺾마 정신이 있잖아요.
네.
혹시
너무
중꺾마가
중요한 건 꺾이지 않는 마음.
또 이제 저희의 많은 팀들이 이 중꺾마 정신을 가지고
Alright. Let me explain. We met
방금 뭐가
to
보였던 것 같은데.
중꺾마 정신을 가지고 열심히 하고 있다.
네, 이제 2부로 사장님께 잘 보이기 위해서 좀 자랑거리를 준비했고요.
역시 이런 건 막내가.
맞습니다. 이제 저희 DRX는 9개 종목이 있어요. 그러니까 게임별로 이제 9개 종목별로
네, 따뜻한
구단이
엑스프로, 내가
있고
왜
총
연사해?
선수단은 이제 48명. 계십니다.
에이, no
이렇게
way.
만났네요.
그러게.
네. 25년이죠. 저희가 킥오프라고 이제 대회 시작이 딱 킥오프 시즌 시작을 하는데 그 대회에서 이제 저희 DRX가 우승했을 때 포스터.
저 맨 왼쪽에
I
있으신
remember
분이
the
되게 깜찍하게
2025
하트를 날려주시고
Kickoff.
계신데 되게 어려 보이시는데 저분은 누구세요?
이분이 좀 잘하시는 분 한 분 계십니다.
아, 진짜요?
혹시 본인이 원했던 포즈인가요, 저분은?
아 이게 포즈 항상 뭐 형님도 아시겠지만 프로필 사진이 정말 힘들거든요. 이런 거 이런 식상한 거를 저는 좀 싫어해요.
알죠.
뭘 할 수 있을까 딱 생각했을 때 우리 로고에 하트를 하면 좀 어떨까 해서 했고 이거 하트 좀 부끄럽네요.
제가 새로운 거 추천해드릴까요?
혹시 하나?
좀 공유해드리고 가겠습니다. 하트를 만들어 보세요. 기본 하트.
네, 알겠습니다. 하트.
기본 하트에서 이렇게 엄지손가락 이렇게 빼면은 고양이 하트가 됩니다. 이렇게 엄지 빼면은 고양이 귀처럼 보여가지고 고양이 하트라고 하더라고요.
이렇게?
네, 이렇게 귀를 만들어서 다음에는 그것도
그러면
써주시고.
제가 이 포즈로 딱 찍으면
네.
보시면 딱 생각하시면 되거든. 내가 가르쳐준 거.
그래서 여기 또
기특하다.
miền chưa đâu bị hin ạ.
좋아요.
감사합니다.
써먹어주세요.
네, 알겠습니다.
리치 선수에게도 하나
리치 선수님은 조금 이제 여기는 막내 상큼미로 간다면은 여기는 좀 이제 근엄한 포즈로 이제 좀 섹시미를 어필하시기. 옛날엔 막 섹시면 막 이런 게 있었잖아요. 요즘에는 그런 건 섹시가 아니에요. 약간 이렇게 입술을 한 느낌으로다가 이렇게 싹 멋있는 척을 한번 해주시면 좋지 않아요?
약간 이거 문갱.
1 minute again. We're back to the podcast.
아 팬분들은 좋아하실 거예요.
Oh no.
이겼다. 벌써 이겼다.
서로 좋은 거 배우고 이제.
This man so lucky by the way.
멋지게 기아 들어오고 박혀있고요. 이제 식빵이 참 잘 됐고 음식이 정말 잘해서 완전 만족도 최상.
끝났습니다.
끝인가요? 더 알려주세요.
네?
아주 멋진 강의를 들어보았습니다. 글씨
Alright, let's return to VCT Pacific broadcast.
But I also don't know how much they can learn from that VOD because they were attacking into this Sage comp, so it does change how it plays. So I would
guess I
expect
wanna
PRX to
try
look stronger
to
on the attacker
the-
side than we saw when they last played this map.
Yeah, or
And
we
they
can
are
see changes
10th
entirely.
when-
I don't know. Probably not in this
The Vivat back
high-stakes game. But as
from
we send
Pacific
it to the
Pacific.
stage, we are looking at Freeing with his 10th clutch here in
Ready?
Pacific. All right, congratulations to you for that.
So when
we do know
VCT
that
Pacific
Freeing is,
broadcast do
one of those
Biat
players
Maxin
that
after
he can't have those rounds where he just
the
suddenly
first map
pops
winner
off.
Yeah,
or
he
second map winner.
hit a great shot to get that 10th clutch, so very, very
Sometimes-
impressed with him so far. But yeah, I mean, I think
When I'm
the compositions
waiting
are
the
the
second
question
map,
mark. We can see them now. PaperX
I'm always
sticking with
playing
what we
TDM.
saw from them last time around. Jing on that
Especially
Phoenix once
for
again. Divine
covering
could
my
be a little
stream
bit gutted.
from
He
the
just got to
copyright
play.
song.
I had so much fun on the chamber. Now he's
Sometimes
back on
the
Viper
copyright
duty.
songs
Yeah, for DRX on this defense, I want to
So
see some
dangerous
free flow,
for
very
my
snappy.
streams.
Free flow, very snappy pushes with the underarm KO flash.
That's the reason
the
why
lead dog,
I must
just
be
some
aware.
microaggression, as you always throw my way on the desk, big time. Which is, funnily enough, in the past, something that PaperX used to do on a set. They used to play the KO Fate, so they understand how it operates on the defensive side, and let's see if they can play around it well enough.
Yeah, with any Phoenix comp, you want to see Jing farm those orbs on the attacker side. That will be key in this first half.
Absolutely. Well, I think we've had enough micro and macro aggressions here on the desk, so we're going to send it over to the casters, Quack and Komodo, to take us through Kuro.
Welcome back, Quad and Komodo.
Oh yes, there's a lot of aggression going around on all sides. It's also such a big chess match between these two teams right now.
If that's micro and macro aggressions over there, does that mean it's mid aggressions inside the game right now? We're going to get a lot of mid action right
Komodo?
now. Second map, is it going to be
Oh
something
my
else?
god.
I mean, this
Never mind.
map 2 of
I
this,
think
the best
Komodo
of
schedule
3,
first.
RX Derby, only one will continue on the other to be eliminated. And Corrode is an interesting one. It's the same comps
no.
that we've seen from both of these sides
We
before,
got DFM versus
but it's
T1.
going to be played
By the way, for
very
DFM versus
differently
T1,
than you would assume.
I don't think so. Am I able to stream or not? Because tomorrow I
This
got
round's
a
gonna
meeting
be
from
quite
my
important
site supervisors.
in this one as well.
A reason why
As
I'm
both
not pretty
pistols
sure
so far
tomorrow
going over towards
am I able
PaperX,
to stream
they
or not.
have opted to start on the attack.
But
and
first,
I guess I was
nothing
alright
versus
with
Vitality.
aggressions.
I hope I can wait
Oh, but
to
instantly the shot from Hermes though.
preparing the watch
Popped
party.
it down through the screen.
I think for
Touching the 0 point
Fnatic
over towards
and
mid as well,
against
so that's going
Vitality,
to scale up
I can
towards
wait to
B, but
stream. for
immediately rather.
VCT Pacific.
Re-clear over towards mid and be
For
happy to
VCT
stay there
Pacific.
now for freeing.
Probably I'm gonna late, especially when I kill against
so you will retreat a little bit,
long sim
try and give yourself some
already
better angles and allow this plant to go down.
second map or third map. Alright, let's focus. Oh, freeing!
Just continue to peel off the flash
Uh-oh.
dodge. He's still
I don't think he
good
got
for at
the
least one. That's still
first kill.
such a big advantage for DRX to work with in this retake.
Yeah, wall up for Divide. It's going to off-put Bane for a little bit at the moment.
There's a clarification for
Kinda
me.
standing
I'm
pretty around
sorry.
the side for PRX at the moment. Expecting more to come out through from spawn.
Wait, they switching sides?
Just a bit. Working around a lot of the chokes for it now. but
Wow!
still, instant shots from DRX. It's
What a good
Hermes
shot.
once again, and he walks away with 3 in this round.
It's certainly very important for DRX that they dispatch of Forsaken first and foremost as well. It makes the gathering of the B side a little bit more wonky, so for freeing, recognizing that he can just fall on back and try to play numbers with the team, happy to switch immediately into a retake for DRX. This is going to be a very big difference of a defensive side that PRX go into as opposed to what they had to do against Global, right? Yudotan on that veto to try and remove a lot of that abilities, and the Sage stalling as well are things that you're not going to be seeing present here. There will expectedly be a bit more gun battles that DRX are going to come through, but also a little bit more coordination on this utility
What a good
coupled
fight.
together as opposed to individually that the GE comp can kind of come out with on the defensive side.
That's kind of where PRX does need to watch out for as well. I mean, some of the
What's in
gunfights, you start to lose
the
heads,
AK?
lose members.
You can try and bait things out with the 0 points as well. If you have, for example, rifle rounds where 3 get pinged, you can kind of prod a little bit over on the other side of the map. You can try and toy with the information that your opponents get and try to, you know, make it more misinformation than not. I'm kind of interested to see how PRX want to try to tackle Hermes on this KO and what information they have. If you're trying to bully your way into this A site right now, though, however, Hyunmin is going to be here with freeing.
Yum yum. Oh,
So that's still the objective for now on the
PRX
side
gonna
of
try
PRX
to
at
do a
least.
fast back.
Try to break in, try to get the spike down, get as many kills as possible. We'll start things off with Divide, but still Bane
Wait, where's
alongside
Bane
Free.
from?
Into the corners, you still have automatic weapons. Free goes down though, it's Bane with the
It's
kill.
winnable.
And they are going to not force the plants immediately. They're going to go for a fight.
What?
And Hermes is just going to sit them all down.
What a
Get
perfect
close towards
3K!
that null command right now. 1 away. Getting that in towards the bonus round could be really nice, because
Let's
that
go,
is
Hermes.
quite an expensive ultimate as well on 8 points. Having a great start individually on this map at the moment. Bane with some great shots as well here. Just seeing PRX be very narrow focused towards the elbow.
See PRX trying to
Oh
outline
my
around
god.
Hermes. That was so...
Hermes.
if they have gotten that kill. But
Yeah, I
otherwise-
mean, if they got it immediately, they could have had advantage and it would have been a different ball game, right? But unfortunately,
Then that's
ball
going
was
to
always
you
in DRX's half court there. And Hermes does get the slam dunk. Now it is going to be the rifle round present for PRX. And all 5 members are going to be grouped outside of a lobby, freeing to just play spot at the moment.
Does have the screen to work with as well.
0 point immediately used from Hermes as well,
Last
so no information. A
February.
re-clear in mid from the Prowler. Start to get a bit of an idea that you want to get some further information for DRX on this comp, however. So start to rotate over towards B. This is an expected play for DRX that they're thinking PRX are going to end over at that Bravo location, and that's not exactly what's happening.
Yeah, minute mark. At least this is some information for the side of DRX to work around. So all the rotations kind of
That's
called
something.
across except for Mako. Might be a little bit worrisome. PRX not going to slow down anytime soon, but still, the fragment, it catches Jinx square in the face. Hyunmin and Hermes still holding down the angles as well, and
no.
Hermes is unstoppable. It's just something left
Hermes
in the
is
round.
insane.
Can't retrieve the spike. As soon as you peek out, you're going for a fight. Mako could be right behind you as well, so feels completely buried up around elbow right now.
Yeah, something's just barren wasteland right now. Nothing that can be done. Hyunmin's just going to remove him very
it from
swiftly,
Hyunmin.
but my oh my. Hermes picking up the fragment kill because the shots are looking woeful from PRX in amongst that one. Great timing on the C's from Bane, mind you, as well. Some good coordination and tandem plays from the utility coming out from the initiators. Absolutely do love that for DRX. Not even using the null command, having that available where you need, and certainly hinder the affairs of PRX and going for these executes or barrel roll affairs into these sites. This is kind of the best start that you want for DRX on this map.
Similar how Paper X started on the previous one.
What a good shot. But DRX need
Onto
to
this round, a haunt down
stick
middle.
together
Paper X
and
gonna
pay for
point around with it.
information.
DRX continuing to try to retrieve more information with Refract spent already.
Yeah, good exchange, a firm handshake, and using them on each side. But still trying to have a bit of presence over towards mid at the moment, while freeing in a bit of an off angle over towards A. Is just going to lock it down for now on the Viper. Not too pressured at the moment, knowing that it's the pistols that Paper X do have in possession. And just playing extremity control at the moment is the name of the game.
They must the side.
This comes down to me, I think the timing
This
in mid
looks good.
that Hermes has to be very careful of if that was tried to be exploited by Paper X, which is not anymore. They tend to hate.
Initiator.
Still though, now that the positions have been revealed, a little bit telling, Hermes will begin to make his
move. I talk about the pistols knowing that's what's here.
The reason why PRX win the Masters title because the consistency from the pillar.
Around the toxic screen, Hyunmin able to shut down Divide. Hermes has
4 of them are the pillar from PRX.
Still alive makes things a little bit more difficult for Paper X, but something hops on over and he'll get the spike down. 10 seconds, the timer gets reset.
Null command in as well, you gotta wait for this one to expire. Perhaps no utility for Paper X to drop in.
And it's not
even really go time for DRX, though they put them some good utility stalling at the moment to try and isolate these fights. Hermes.
He still have a molly.
Come up with a clutch at a round that should be theirs.
The smoke felt a little bit weird, but still enough for them. His stays tucked inside of. They knew where Jing was thanks to Fragment from before as well, and now Forsaken trying straight into the smoke. Unfortunately, the swing out from Hermes gives DRX a 4-0 start.
Such a headache as well for Paper X because they would have been feeling like they could get that round. They had a 3 versus 2, so it's the right time to drop that util as DRX to try and maximize chances to pick up a bit of a sloppy start in this round as well. Sharp shots to come through from the pistols.
Especially for right now.
You're thinking, all right, this could be good, but it falters a little bit. Forsaken cannot deny the defuse from coming through in the end. Flawless start so far for DRX. Invested. We literally are kind of copy-paste from the last in scoreline start. But earlier on,
headshot and Marco headshot was insane.
Used the end of round 9 this time. Alex and Wendler calling it super early.
Hello, Iliam. We're gonna carry the team.
The rounds have been going. Paper X on the attack, but not quite able to find
Both of Infi and Bane.
Granted, it was a slight eco round for the previous one as well.
It's kind of the same start, though, to a degree of worry that we saw against Global Esports for Paper X as well, right? They got the pistol in the second, and then the defenses start to really come out. You're not able to get in towards the sites. You're trying to draw out what util you can to make your end game a bit better, but you're still being knocked down in near every case. And for this one right now,
I think this PRX
you would assume you can see a little bit more on the attacking side, but these defenses are being played very nicely. In my mind, they're not overplaying their hand, they're not over-peaking a lot of angles. They're kind of just going through a step at a time, clearing with information, playing a very large macro game, and not being too risky individually. I think right now is quite crucial for DRX. Yeah, this is risky by himself, getting caught in transition to utility.
The Kickoff is improved than last year.
Open up the affairs for Paper X in this round.
To kind of hang back as the smoke all gets set up again. Hyunmin will re-peek, unfortunately goes down to Jing as well. Free. But the need to a little bit more space though. He wants to go into the corner.
Yeah, it's a little bit slack for DRX in this round. Near every fight so far has been individual from them. Freeing though, might be able to catch them with their pants down. They are clearing it, but at the wrong time. The trade at least is there.
What a good jump.
And now it's Marco and Hermes again to see if they can make the magic happen.
Hermes has been on a heater, so
alright, what are you gonna expect with the flank?
2v3. Spike gets planted for the side. But Forsaken just holds the angle. Instant taps.
Okay, Jason Susando.
Yeah, that one is a great round that Paper X sorely needed to start things off on the attack. Again, you look towards this one, right? GE, this is the sort of litmus test, I would say, for Paper X on this map right now of Grode. The 9-3 against that comp. understandable.
DRX,
I thought the
sorry,
PRX were
DRX.
really going to fall over flat on
Especially
their own
on
defenses
split.
when you consider the sort of double duelist variety of something and
Never
G.
mind.
But I was very impressed against
They
that
lost
100
in
Thieves comp that
color.
they were playing it very smart, very disciplined.
And the other already watched the VOD.
I'm
The reason
expecting
why
that for the
I
defenses of PRX as well,
play
but it really
using
is
this
for me the
agent
attacking
comms.
side for them with this double duelist deployment. How much are you getting away with here? How much space are you finding? This is a good showing for it. Something already in towards the
Something
link.
spotted
It's going to draw a lot of
by
pressure off
Freeing
the DRX.
and Hyunmin.
They're going to have to start
Oh.
to re-clear quite convincingly. And so far, so good.
Yeah, keeping a manageable distance.
I know it
as
was
well.
so good.
DRX this time having a secondary
Ah.
player to support Bane, but Mako pushing
Wow,
all the way
congrats,
throughout.
Infi!
Managed to take down Jing.
What?
The train
The
comes
timing!
in. The Odin
Look at the
is
timing!
set up. The convergent path set through.
Just watch it, guys.
Trying to
Come
break
on.
open the site.
But you missed the TP that's gone in towards
Ah.
tower for Forsaken at the moment. It doesn't even really need
It's
to come in
1v3.
and activate. It's good waylay ult to come in from something
I
as
knew
well.
it. It's
Just a bit of a
1v3.
nail in the coffin at the end as PRX absolutely crunch on that B side at the end. Marco did his darnest efforts to try and find
Nice.
advantage.
Something.
It's not going to come into play. Something going to dispatch of Hyunmin, and that is PRX finding
I don't know,
their
are they
second round
testing
now.
DRX first?
Do you still feel okay in DRX's camp, knowing that your economy starts to be questioned, especially if you lose this round?
Wow.
Maybe not, right? You really need to kind of cool things off a little bit and figure out how PRX wants to really approach the map, because right now they're working against how DRX wants to, retrieve information.
Bane, Odin Abuser, not going to be present in this round anymore. Instead, Envy's going to be trying to lap that one up. Something not able to get away with the same space that he found almost free of charge last round in a very all-in affair towards mid for the get-go for DRX. The pit for freeing at B. And the rest of the four members in amongst mid and A link. So the gaps around the map at the moment for PRX,
Oh.
they can have a straight shot
They can
in
go
towards
A.
the A site.
I promise they can go
They're
A.
able to figure this one out. One away
And
from their
yes,
own
we're
Viper's pit forward to
looking
Vi
it
as
together
well.
again.
Would be quite
With this
good
prospects or
in a post-plant
hit.
scenario.
Would be a massive kill, but look at DRX.
It's very
Look
proactive
at the
space
flank,
gathering and information
and
for them. This
they
is gonna
would
be a
like
super
win
early
holding
flank
this
at the
A side.
moment that PRX need to be aware of. I wouldn't even mind PRX kind of flipping the A side at the moment
Okay.
and taking more space over towards
Up,
spawn.
they
'cause
gonna
they don't see
stick
anything
together
through link.
with the fight
You have
holding
to
the
assume
flank.
that there's going to be a mass flank potential here, and they don't go for any further control.
Look at Freeing.
They're going to reroute back to watch the flank for
1
just
second with the
Forsaken.
swing. 1,
Oh, and that just
2,
might be enough as well. Pop flash through from
2.
Hermes, but it's not quite enough. Mako has to
1,
be the
2,
one to
3,
take
4.
him
He
down.
got the first
And
kills.
comes the Odin,
He got the kills.
continuing to hold the angle.
Oh.
Mako freeing, I should say, actually waiting
Oh.
for a slight timing to
Nice.
peek on through.
Good
Manages
assist,
to take down Defy. That's now a weapon retrievable. Still,
You have
though,
stack bite.
Spike continues to tick, and freeing
It's the stack
continues
bite.
to peek.
Oh.
He finds another triple kill in the round, and it's all down to Envy to try to
Wow,
hold it
nice
off the
one.
fight. Is it enough time?
Oh, they got it?
I should
Did they
think
get it?
so, just for freeing to stick the defuse down to the very
Oh.
end. DRX up to 5.
Please.
0.29. What a trade to come on through, and what a ferocious play
Nice
from
one,
Freeing.
Freeing.
Honestly, plays the right timing with the classic for the bait in towards the link play, the judge and the gun upgrade, catching Jing on a timing looking the wrong way. It looks like from our kind of third-person POV on that one that he had a sensational flick.
Oh.
That's a great adjustment on towards something. And then the trade at the end, that is a great round.
That's how to
to bring
counter
some
the Odin.
stability for DRX now in this map. It's not
Take
even
the
the
one time.
greatest amounts though, as Hermes does have a stinger.
Let's go. Relax, flashing. Go, go. Flashing now. Slow, slow. Okay, let's go right, boy. Yeah, powder free, guys.
Oh, Devi falling
Bane,
in mid,
you get
Bane
out.
finds himself, trying to find the timing
Bane,
of the lurk.
nice.
It's not going to come out.
But
Good 0 point, and
it doesn't work.
Nightfall going to stall the proceedings of PRX at the moment, so you have lost a lot of space around this map. You have lost time that you're trying to play ramp in towards the
Wow.
A site.
Like for my
Wind has been
circle.
taken out of your sails, and you need to look to a different direction right now. Forsaken, if you can dispatch of Bane, it's a good avenue at least
He knew it.
to equalize 4v4. Oh, but he looks the wrong timing.
They must
Wrong
be
way.
aware.
Yeah, thinking that he might have been closer towards
Ah,
spawn.
unlucky.
At least Envy will be here to pick up pieces, but still 3v4. Not to mention Hyunmin with potential
need to
convergent
holding
paths.
A side.
Yeah, you just
They
switch to a
can
retake here if you
retake
need some as
again.
DRX as well, right? You mentioned that ult. You can be quite happy to wait for the rest of your team as long as you don't overcommit to a mass
just
fight
what
here,
up.
because you are the only soldier at this A site. It is a 1 versus 3. The PRX start to make some noise known. Now the plant to go down for Envy, but it's just going to be an early scenario for Hyunmin. That's actually not going to be a capitalized upon ultimate for DRX here.
Does draw some utility from PRX, though. Maybe some crucial ones, especially with Saturate gone. Now PRX feels the need to continue to pressure against DRX, prevent them from getting into
They must
position out
fight
towards
the
the back of the
places.
site.
What?
Still, though, the shots through the blaze
the
wall
blaze?
catches Envy,
Ah.
and now Jin goes down. It's
Ilya
just something
Petrov?
left, and unfortunately the shots
Come on, Ilya
not
Petrov.
quite connecting just yet. He needs to
You
back
need to
up,
save
needs
your
to
team.
find safe space.
Whoa!
Still managing to find the headshot at the
Ilya
end, and double
Petrov!
at the end of
I
it all.
thought you.
A Red Bull clutch for something up in round number 8.
I
This
thought
is
so.
the duelist that we were waiting for
You're
something
gonna
to
save
be
the team.
present in 2026. Where was
I
2025?
thought you.
Something from PRX. Coming out with the goods in that round for the 1 versus 3. After the team loses initial space, initial game plan action, you can see
Carlos, Ilya.
the thought process from Jing at the end there as well to try and play anti-flash, right? If there was the underlob to come in from Hermes, gotta give respect where respect is due on that one. Trying to play the
Alright,
brain
they are
power
accepting
in
right
it,
now.
but really it's the aim power that
It's
gets the job done.
DRX saying this round.
5 versus 3, DRX still in the lead, but
Timing
reset
must
in this round. It's
go
just the
that time
pistols to see what they're going to be able to provide, as it is a bit pacier from PRX now into this ace.
I just want to get the spike down, end the round as quickly as possible. Minimal losses, possibly, if not.
Alright.
Still, so far, so good.
Yeah, next I wouldn't mind seeing Envy go for a bit of a fight, same as Jing. Get a bit closer towards your ultimates for the next round, where the guns will be back for DRX.
We're trying to watch for all the possible chokes. DRX possibly to just hang for exits, or maybe get a couple of kills for themselves as well. Hermes 3 points away from his
I think
home.
when Tammy or Alex call the timeout, I wanna recommend Ring first.
Through into the smokes. Jing will get the
Oh.
first, a couple
That's it.
more, and now he's gotten his ultimate.
Well, you're going to have a great stack of ults for PRX coming in towards round number 10 right now. Not really present there for DRX, but you start to need to see them recover on this defensive side rather now. It's going to be a timeout going in towards the next round that you might assume is on this defensive side as well.
That's nice shoot.
A lot of importance to see how deep PRX is going to be able to go on this attacking side as well for me, for DRX, what the defensive side looks like with their new look of agent variety as well. Opting for, you know, the double initiators instead of the double duelists that has become the current meta. Trying to swat PRX down.
Very DRX-esque of him, of course.
Yeah, old DRX. I definitely think that there was some problems with them attempting the double duelist. But you've also got Hermes coming in, and he's like a bit of a proficient duelist when you need as well. A different look, you're trying to stretch that one out. We know the capabilities of the rest of the squad, but it really feels like Bame's comfort in calling is definitely when it is a bit of a slower paced, bigger picture idea. And on the flip side as well for PRX, we know how fast paced that they like to go as well. They can always get mass chaos in amongst an IGL's macro game plan throughout the rounds that Forsaken has taken up, you know, the mantle of doing. But we've also heard from the team previously that Envy has been taking over a bit of the IGL, you know, decision making for the duties there, because they needed some bold calls. So it'd be interesting to see, you know, at times what the versatility will look like for Envy specifically with this squad, because it is a much different role for him on this team compared to Team Secret previously.
Otherwise, we'll go back into a buy from DRX, trying to hang all the way back as Mako, allowing PRX to come in and set up.
And changing the pathing on something as well with this Waylay to get on in. They do so convincingly for the 5 versus 5. The ultimate's invested in a deeper pit now as well. That is just going to off-put you, or is it? Mako catching Forsaken Lacken.
All the way through to the other side of stairs, unexpected, but of course it's just going to be Jing, quick to respond.
And he's still got another curveball to throw in as well if he needs.
Still though, bit of space up towards heaven being taken by a couple of DRX players. A couple of kills going through. PRX still trying to be extremely cautious. Divine will shut down just a bit more with the shorty than the Phantom to try to tie up the score.
Yeah, Divine is a shark of the waters in that moment. You cannot get into the pit, but also you just don't feel like you've got an exit strategy as DRX there. You can't retreat back to your own spawn. You can't drop into the site. There's just no way that you're getting back into that round, unfortunately, with a great smacking to come out from Jing. Some good patience in the post plant as well for PRX. They tie things up now, 5 apiece. We've got a little bit more depth from them on this attacker's side. But is it going to be something of a tied scoreline? Or who will go 5-7? 7-5 an advantage? One might think, no, don't. One might think it's going to be PRX as it's just the pistols yet again for DRX. Remember, they started off with a 4-0. You'd think that that was a good start, a great start to be able to really tumble through this defensive side easily.
PRX, and now being switched online all the way into the site. Bane has to rely on his mechanics to try to find at least somewhat of an advantage, but he gets completely blinded into the side as well. We do have Hyunmin up around the corner though, but look at Jing. How relentless is this?
I mean, it's 2 maps in a row that he can just play the Phoenix, right? Those shots don't look too good. Freeing will find Forsaken off wing as well, so he will pick up the pit. He would have picked up the pit regardless if he died at the end of the round, but picking up the kill, picking up the gun, it'll back you up a little bit better in towards the next round as well. Okay, PRX will find 6 here. Not a lot of power in going for the hunt. Doesn't really matter if they tried to as well. They just removed the gun, which is not the worst, but they are in a different postcode compared to where Freeing is. So PRX, they will take the lead now on this second map of Corrode. So move into the last round of the half.
We can kind of think towards the more key ultimates. I mean, Bane close to his Nightfall. Envy has his. Jing a couple of points away from round it back as well.
It does definitely feel like the direction has shifted in this map, though, over towards PRX, finding an early advantages and kind of being too overbearing going in towards these sites as well, then being very passive and patient in these post plants. The mid explorations from DRX and these extremity plays that they're doing as well are no longer feeling comfortable, you'd assume. So I kind of wish that DRX would do something a little bit more decisive as a barrier drop call.
Wait a minute.
The pit over towards the B choke yet again. Okay, you just assume not too challenged. Yeah, I'm going to send in a bunch of utility to try and find him. Nightfall and Blaze, for example.
Not 100% committing to it. Look at this. A secondary squad in towards A-Link and 2 players from DRX taken down. Forsaken still tucked in towards B side. Really deep positions held. Hermes wants to go in for it, wants to take a bit more space for DRX, but it's difficult. Despite the null command being popped, Bane does find one. Something responds and goes even further as well. Got the smokes up, got more flashes, but a bit of a self-blind with the run it back, not too bad. Forsaken playing off contact into it, and now it's Mako's turn. 1v3, he's already taken down the first. Huge paranoia set into the right angles, right directions, but Jing just hops over with a shorty anyways. It's a 7-5 at the end first half for PRX.
That's a great round to dissect for PRX as well, to be honest with you. With the pit going down at the B main choke point, they send in the Nightfall and the Blaze, but it's all a ruse to get Forsaken to TP behind the opponents when they're deafened and pressured out of the pit. Freeing stuck in that moment in time has to be told by the team, essentially, has to be very situationally aware that that TP can come behind him and be pushed out of his pit. He gets crunched upon from multiple angles, and that's the entryway for PRX to get into the B site, where, again, they're already showing, just very big smiles in being able to close down that side as well and hold it and protect the spike plant. So, really well done from PRX. Putting a bit of bully action onto that B site.
Hell of a coordinated play. I didn't realize you could use the From the Shadows in that fashion, but here we are. Down to the 5-7 where kicking things off well in the second half will be quite paramount, especially once again with the fact that this is elimination at stake.
Now you got me thinking about steak.
You know, we've always talked about meat and potatoes of the map.
Yeah, now we need to see that substance again come from DRX. They were off to the races at the beginning of their own map pick in this series as well in Corrode. Now it's been a hot minute between drinks.
Oh,
7-5 with 5 in a row for the tail end of PRX in that one, but now we flip things up. Now PRX go to this defensive side, and now DRX, knowing that they wanted to pick this in the veto, what do we have to see for them on this attacking side that led the way for them against Full Sense? A 10-2, that was.
That's what kept them here. Hoping to repeat some of those successes for now. Very measured. All throughout middle and then into A.
Yeah, on this attacking side as well, remember, it's the solo duelist in the Waylay with double E-Nit. So we're looking for a lot of ideas, a lot of prodding, a lot of toing and froing, some smart, level-headed decision-making for them right now.
PRX, though, down to the minute mark, something begins to make his move.
I'm going to see what Forsaken feels on the back of this A site, though. Is the toxic screen going to permit a bit of a waltz in for DRX?
He spotted them a little bit late, so they have some time to actually get into sight.
Yeah, but remember, it is only Forsaken currently over towards the spawn side of things, so he is just going to fall back. Echo out a couple of shots as we move into the 5 versus 5 that we know PRX loved over on Haven.
At least Forsaken has held on to the paranoia as well. So, possible ways to get back into the site. Possible ways for DRX to prevent that from coming through. Swings from Hyunmin, but also a shot taken, eaten. Still though, a tough little crossfire, especially with the hunt coming through. Forsaken trying to dig himself deep, but completely surrounded all across elbow. He sets up another smoke, but it's Hermes with a round ender onto the Sheriff. It's a nice little scoreline. 6 and 7.
No way. 6, 7.
I hate it. Put it in the bin. But for the pistols in this one, DRX will be finding both. So to keep a way back in towards this map, very needed in my mind. Oh, the timing on that 0 point as well, mind you, from Hermes. It actually kind of upsets PRX a little bit, because that paranoia from Forsaken would have been really good to layer on in for the team to focus on elbow before getting on towards the site, right? So the fact that the timing on that removes it, it's actually quite superb for DRX. Now they'll move into the eco-fragging rounds. Hyunmin giving the Outlaw to go and hunt for them. Now playing for the 2 pistols as well, so they'll have a couple of better upgrades in the next round to really take the fight against PRX if they hold on to all the other guns in this one as well. Make things very interesting in round number 15.
Really get to see them exercise that macro control. Right up through middle, while Mako has a bit of presence out towards the back. Envy, though, holding the angle, down to half HP. Just looking for quick shots, quick reactions. Hyunmin able to punch through.
And now you're going to get the plant down. PRX are going to be ready for a bit of a 2-man flank. And that's all they're going to have as something gets felled.
Bring on the flank watch. Has a Phantom as well, so this should be his. 0 point continues to clear out backside, and DRX should have a pretty good idea.
You always got to be careful about peeking into this as well. Do you think that Hyunmin might be on the other side of this one watching for the eco frags? You've been very patient. Now you're going to be rewarded. You're going to lock them in, contain them in this one, and find some extra damage as well.
Whoa.
The Phantom to be picked up in the Outlaw as well instead of the Guardian. So there's going to be some weaponry for DRX to go and try and take a challenge in this next round, but not as much as they perhaps were expecting.
Yeah, 2 pistols.
In that 4 versus 2 scenario.
So DRX, actually, despite losing players, it's minimal losses, but for PRX at the same time, starting to build up on some of these crucial ults.
See what the buy does look like as well, because with that Outlaw going into the next round, you got to be careful. You got to be aware as PRX with your shields. Forsaken susceptible. See how he's going to take just these fights.
Only Omen holding though. I'm gonna go elbow.
Wow. I can just see over in the coach comms as well.
It's okay,
Just in this round, Alex getting a little bit frazzled. So I wonder what he's taken away from the beginning stages and the comms from this defensive call for PRX.
Kind of looks like they bit onto that 0 point.
Again, this round is very doable for DRX, right? Lots of rifles, that outlaw as well. You start to scale up. If you want to get in towards the elbow, there's a lot of combos that you can do with this composition as well. But macro game plan, bigger picture for DRX. Who do you leave where? Are you trying to insert someone on this attacking side? Looks like we're leaving Hyunmin to his own... Bane to his own devices over at the A site. So maybe he will be trying to draw attention over there, make the B side a bit easier for the team to get in.
They've also baited out several bits of utility from PRX's side. Forsaken smokes are being spent in towards A, especially with that Prowler from Bane.
And this fake that he's trying to sell is not being read by PRX at the moment. They are rotating the right members to this B site, putting something in towards mid, and he doesn't have to move from this position. Sub 30 seconds to go, DRX go into B.
Something's starting to move though, leaves his spot, takes down Bane, and then it comes down to the entry from Hyunmin onto site, he takes down 2. Davai off the top of heaven, trying to spot out even more players. He takes down the spike carrier. 10 seconds! DRX, they've got to go! They've got to pick it up and plant it down just quick! They should have enough time. This is also time for something to try to creep through. Still has to saturate as well. Worries about the top of heaven. Shoulder gets spotted by Hyunmin, who now picks up the hat trick. Mako to end it. DRX take the lead.
And you know that's going to be a rager for PRX. They are not going to be happy with how that one was played out. You drop the spike, there's not a lot of time, but the rest of your boys, they're on the wrong side of the map at the moment. Not exactly happy with the defenses on that one. And yes, something will take out Bane in that rotation. But you lost the way you needed to hold yourselves on that B site. Some good utility, blinding out on the back of site, getting the freebies for Hyunmin.
Timeout.
And if you've got Hyunmin starting to activate on this attacking side, it's what you need for DRX as well. You need the quote support cast to facilitate him into these sites, get those kills, get that space on this single duelist line, and play that post, play the protector of the spike. Take the further space if you need to as well. Because if you are trying to go a little bit quicker, which we're not really expecting for DRX, there's going to be a lot of utility power for PRX. So the fact that they are going to be playing this slower style, drawing out a lot of the utility, is really going to work favor for them. And PRX have to be adapting now with that.
I have an idea.
Which is why this timeout was called. I do worry for Alex's blood pressure, but
he has an
hopefully we'll see some adjustments coming through for the upcoming rounds. Otherwise, DRX continuing with the same pace, same style might be worrisome for PRX as it goes on. On to an eco round for now, though.
Yep, and Hyunmin, I mean, he's still got this outlaw. It's the right weapon for this position, but he already has the ult. He already has the convergent pass. It's just kills at the end of the day. Pad them stats.
Stats, rounds, all the big numbers. Just to try to send us to a map 3 in this elimination series between the 2 big RX teams. Spots out just a bit. Nothing too informing though.
Waltz down mid for PRX now. Just the pistols, got to take some cheesy angles, some cheeky fights. And DRX are just not going to give it to them at the moment.
Back in a flash.
Getting a bit closer towards some of these ults for DRX as well. If you can cycle them online for the next gun round or 2, can certainly be a way that you can tick some boxes to try and close this map. Seeing nothing in mid though, PRX. Going to waltz over towards this B site now, and it is the right call.
Nothing in A as well, but unfortunately, even into the corner, some of these players unfortunately not quite able to react in time. It's Envy and Jing though! Not too bad, but still continuing to swing, trying to catch him on the choke. PRX starts to get choked out as well, reasserting himself into the site. Just something around the corner, and that will be that. DRX continue on with the rounds, but also taking losses.
I mean, they had enough money, right? It's a 4-0 start yet again on the half. So the cash isn't too bad. They have enough to splash in the next couple of rounds as well. The onus is really on PRX to mount some defenses and mount some good decisions and shots. And this sort of execute in towards B when you've got the waylays on this map. The pathing is generally the same under the hut, right? It was the change that I did like from PRX. I believe it was against GE where they change the path around to the back of the site. We saw that earlier on for Hyunmin too, so having the adaptability to change that pathing and catch your opponents off guard is going to be quite paramount for Hyunmin in my mind. In this round, you still got access to that convergent pass, which you would assume can make things a little bit easier to get into this B side, especially if you're going for your practiced set executes in a round such as this.
In DRX fame as well. This time pass closer towards the link area, but at the same time, PRX continue to just flood back in, off of the run it back. Jing onto the rifle, spams into the choke, the snake bite catching onto a player as well. DRX now licking their wounds.
You've locked him out of the site, but no one is watching to the tower at the moment. Marco has snuck in here, something that he loves doing on the middle of Haven, for example. Loves TPing into that B site, and no one is just wise here. How much can he get away with?
Wait.
1,
Whoa.
2.
What
He
a
knows where to
discipline.
fire as well. This is a 5 versus 3. I talked about it earlier when PRX are in the 5 versus 3s and it gets pulled away from them. So for something to find that kill onto Hyunmin to make it an equal state, PRX are looking to save face in this round.
Fight speeds through. Forsaken still has his flash ready as well. Sets up the smoke to block off Heaven, but really want to watch out for the back of elbow, and that's where Mako is. Forsaken able to find the ready exchange, and PRX move up to an 8th.
I didn't get a good rate on that one for the exchange, unfortunately, though. Just Forsaken and the money, I mean, it's still problematic for PRX as well with just the one surviving. So they get through that round. They have to challenge massively again against what DRX has been able to save and survive with. You can see a result in the form of the shields coming into this next round. I wouldn't have minded seeing an adjustment from DRX on that execute as well when you're lobbing all this Fade Util in to second layer the C's over, because the trail gets the track in towards any link players. That was the execute that we saw the other day on this map that I really, really liked, that slight little change up of where that C's is placed. It actually does such good work. DRX still, they gave that one a mighty fight to try and bring it back.
Bring them down.
Footballer. Oh!
Possibly a fight ensuing soon enough as well. PRX though.
If there was any player who wanted to drop first free of charge, it would be Hyunmin.
Still don't want to count the rest out.
Oh, Forsaken might get caught.
Just playing in close to it. Unfortunately, Jing will have to take the fall.
Yep. Caught sleeping a little bit there. Forsaken does get the trade in amongst the smoke realm. Gets another one onto Bane as well. This one is starting to crumble a little bit at the moment for DRX. Just Hermes. And he's locked in.
It was insane.
Wanting to go for the spike, but the shot's not quite connecting for Forsaken.
This is double. Envy is really low. Hermes' flash is fragment. And ult, if he wants to use it, it would technically reveal his position on the pulses. He'll dodge the Nightfall as well. He finds the timing onto Divide. This is so winnable for the new recruit to DRX.
It's winnable for you.
Shop around the corners. Low HP as well.
He knew it. I promise.
Hermes just waits for the right opportune timing. What's this Envy gonna do? The haunt scent, positions revealed, the 0 point coming through as well. He still can't get onto the spike. Taps onto it though, and all Hermes needs is one shot. Maybe not even, just waiting out the time. Envy can't get it halfway. Gets the kill at the end, but does he have it? I don't think so.
No.
10 to 8.
That is such sensational work for Hermes. It's a bit bittersweet at the end that he doesn't get the kill for the 4K there. But what a great Red Bull clutch to come through from him. Finding the right angles, the right timing, and the shots to come out from the Guardian. Mate, I think that gun is absolutely gorgeous for him, by the way. He has just done such destruction on that gun. He plays the end perfectly as well with the fragment timing that Envy cannot stick in towards that one for. Or rather, it was a Phantom, never mind. I thought it was a Guardian.
But he has
done getting lost in the mix. It was Envy, the one with the Guardian. Anyways, it doesn't matter in the end. Hermes comes out with a mighty clutch.
I like the 5.
That might be the straw that breaks the camel's back in this one as well. You've lost your guns yet again for PRX. It might be 11 at DRX, and I look towards some win conditions for them, Quack. They have a lot of ultimates that you kind of almost just hope that they hold on for that next round.
At the same time, PRX continuing to feel the need to investigate. Might just be walking into crosshairs or setting up crosshairs of their own. Possible weapon picked up. Forsaken into the smoke with a shorty though. Gets taken down, but not before dragging Hyunmin through the mud. Convergent path sent into sight.
Well, same as an L command as well, so this does start to become a bit of an expensive round for DRX. If they can dislodge freeing, that's going to be great as well. An upgrade of weapons that they can pilfer.
And all these upgrades that could mean so much for PRX right now to keep themselves in the map, to possibly close it out 2-0. Hyunmin not allowing for any of that nonsense to happen. Holds the angle, outlaw in hand. Flashes through. It's fully expected. DRX just managed to tuck away from it. Hans gets sent back as well. And now PRX starts to feel the heat. Onto the spike, he sticks it. Jing, it's something. He turns back around, but lo and behold, Hermes has flicked all the way through.
His eyes are on the prize in that round at the moment, Hermes. He doesn't care about the kills, he cares about the round. The team gets down and dirty into the fights on the back of that Haunt reveal. And he catches something in transition, trying to play for the time where the spike is already half defused, trying to play for the tap perhaps.
That was insane, but
lots of damage that PRX throw in towards this round, but really DRX, they are holding on at the end. Costly, as I say, from the ults that they invest, but necessary. What wasn't in my mind was the convergent pass from something thrown over to the elbow. And they don't immediately try to aggro behind it. This time, though, they change things up, going for the A main space. Might even lose it to freeing.
Especially with the way that he's able to swing all the way through. Unfortunately, though, gets caught, and it's Hyunmin who goes down.
And they'll see that there's some extra bodies here. Something gets the kill. They saw Forsaken's TP. They see that Jing gets the orb as well. You know it's a stacked side on A, and incentivizes you as DRX to flip the map over to B. Perhaps you've already got that micro rotation from Envy. That is a very ambitious mid peak from something. Not needed in my mind.
Yeah, it doesn't pay off either, so back to a slight reset.
And now, because of that as well, you know he's going for it to see if they're there, to see if they might already be up towards the guts of mid. They go patient DRX, and Marco capitalizes. You lost map control as PRX. You had to go and find something, and you find death. Now Forsaken and Jing for a 2 versus 4. They are here early.
Perhaps a slight opportunity. Nope, not anymore. Not with the pit coming in.
Yeah, the flank for Jing. It was just Forsaken that was here earlier because he uses from the shadows to get over very quick. You've already got this flank, this rotation expected being held by Mr. Marco.
Just continuing to try to cut off the reinforcements. It's just Forsaken now. Might have slipped through, but look at all the spams, the suppressive fire. It's down to Mako for the quad kill at the end of the round for DRX to get up to map point.
Yeah, good work, Surf. Well done, Mako there. Some great patience in the way that he collects those kills over at B, knowing that when they find something in towards mid, PRX are going to have to try and find some space elsewhere around the map. He catches them lacking. It's very different now for PRX, where we see in that previous series against GE, as I mentioned earlier, right, showing a lot of discipline on that defensive side, holding the choke points and not over-peaking. This time they fall back in towards something that we've seen be problematic for them a lot during this kickoff.
What the hell?
Risks not needing to be seen. No reward either. 4 map points now that PRX have to try and come back with. DRX have put themselves in a great position right now on their map pick.
Some toxic words.
Perfectly poised to send us to a third. Hit ready and in place. PRX try. Oh no, but look at Hyunmin.
He has purchased the perfect weapon for this situation. Every single person on PRX's side had less armor, not full. It's regen or it's light.
The judges.
I guess after
yeah, absolutely. Talk about a great judge character though in this round for Hyunmin. Gets the outlaw kill, gets the orb, has convergent paths, and with a lot of time still on this clock for DRX, they have their choice on where they want to end. It most likely still will be towards A, perhaps in a split, unless they want to go towards a B position where Marco can TP over a little bit later on. That's not how you want to throw curveballs, 30 seconds left. Unfortunately for Jing. So to A we do go.
Slight fake flash as well to try to keep Jing invested, but still. Pressure is on into the A site. Jing has arrived. Sets up the Blaze Wall to try to slow things down, but it's not going to happen. Still though, with the convergent pass anyway, it's forsaken onto the judge. Unbeknownst to him though, it's a pincer maneuver all the way from the other side, and that's exactly where DRX plant their flag onto the site. It's just a Vi left. He's got a Guardian, couple of players low HP, sure, but this is so much work to do.
Attacker swim. Let's continue the TDM. Because I wanna make sure my aim before playing rank cut after map 3. But for the Valorant, I'm still not sure am I able to slam it or not, because I need to fix my
Trying to feel like they need to get back in towards these rounds and falling back onto what
because,
has worked for them, what they love to do. They love to fight together as a unit, go for these plays.
Oh, good.
DRX, so...
I want to show to everyone a reason why I need to fix my RR. I will show it. Comes to carry. I'm cooked! 99 per 100. Let's schedule first. Oh, alright, it's all for today. Tomorrow, I'm sorry for liquid again, Sabatic. And for Nongsim versus RQ, if the timing is good, I would do watch party. And the next is Fnatic versus Vitality. This is one of the most excited match for VCT EMEA Kickoff. For America, I think maybe against Furia, I will do a watch party. And for the first match from VCT Pacific Kickoff Knockout, especially the winner from both of VRX versus DRX, and then the losers from DFM against T1, I would watch it. But for this one, I'm still not sure. Alright, that's the TDM.
Match found.
That's an update for my stream schedule.
Go. Let's go.
I think the most excited from RQ against Nongsim are Exos debut. I'll be with Neuro and a new aggressive from Dumbish Neon. I promise this Nongsim will win the upper final and RQ win the middle final. For T1 versus DFM, I know DFM looks too strong. Because they as an IGL maybe, and they promote that card. Alright, we got from Suffer. And look at my face. It doesn't stable. Wow, the frame time so slow. Sorry, so high. Oopsie. Oopsie. Did we take together?
Blocking sight.
10 seconds until stage change. Stage 2.
Oh my god. No, my FPS dropped! Oopsie. Another push? What are they doing? What? What am I doing?
Until stage change.
Oopsie. What?
Stage
That was perfect.
Grounded.
Oopsie. What's the best one?
Refreshing. Go, go, go. Take this. Ooh.
Good headshot.
Ultimate orb spawning.
It's you and me.
Oopsie. Wrong less.
Stage in 10.
I'm out of here.
Final stage.
Stop my ult. I gotta wait.
Oopsie.
What's this?
Wow!
Reloading. I'm out of here.
FPS different. I knew it.
Get out of my way. Here.
You want to play? Let's play.
What?
Go, go, go.
Charge your hits. 15 kills to go.
Uh oh. I'm checking.
Raiders on a rampage.
For the headshot.
Enemy kill.
It's you and me.
Here.
5 kills left.
Everyone can shoot. Make some
Out
noise.
from PRX and the Joman out as
Yeah.
well. But can DRX close this out? Who is it going to go to? Is it going to go to PRX or is it going to
I
go to
believe in
DRX in this elimination match? We're tossing it over to our casters, Komodo and Quack.
They got a lot of.
Oh my goodness! We got the Joman, we got something on the Jet. This is tournament life on
Wait,
the line.
something on
This
the
is
Jet?
Master Santiago on the
that?
line. PaperX, DRX, Komodo, what do you got?
Following along with what Pilski said, I think it does give PaperX more options, but how much depth are they going to have if they lose this here? Because then they have to reset for stage 1, where we might see changes come in across the board. Now, PaperX on these changes, playing the Vitality comp right now, we'll see how
There
they're
we
going to
go.
fare with it, because this is also for Kickoff, Forsaken's first duelist and Jing's first non-duelist. So we're really changing it up technically and stylistically for individuals that Big Time was saying coming in towards this one.
That's
What
a
we're
big
not
good change.
changing though is pace.
After what
PaperX
they-
straight with the runners on in towards this A site.
As always, DRX bringing that stability as well, so nothing too much change on their side. Even positionally, Mako off to the back of Orange, unfortunately. Shut down by Forsaken,
coming
but
up.
here comes Hyunmin. Sheriff right on through
Wow.
alongside Hermes, and
Hermes.
instantly it's one love.
Yeah, the pistol over towards DRX as well, so it's going to be 3-2 in their favor. And how far are they going to be able to snowball with this one as well, right? Last map, for those that might have missed it, in the very beginning, a 4-0 start for DRX on both sides. Both bonuses going their way, leading into some stellar opportunities for them to close that map, 13-8. So getting the pistol in this one is going to be bringing bold confidence for them. Hyunmin already as well, hitting them shots, getting up the Marshall. See what he's going to be able to capitalize upon, as he is at the right location for some good old frags.
Spamming those shots all the way through, but look towards middle.
Something in mid.
Unfortunately taken down by Hermes.
Oh, just the pistols. And how much stock do we put in them for PaperX, right? What are they going to be able to do? Don't even think we've seen a single Drifty this series.
Oh my god, you might be, well, right, technically. Close to it, there were some rounds where they did have half buys, but right now, though, doesn't look like this is going to amount to much.
You wouldn't expect so, unless there's some timing that Forsaken can find, as he is by his lonesome self over at the A site. I see the Yoro and I think to myself it's something, but it's not. It's how long it's been since we've seen him on a tour list.
It's Forsaken. But still, you managed to go up middle, trying to re-peek back in. Hyunmin's still there.
Yeah,
not found
not the player you want to be waltzing in towards the crosshairs of for sure right now, and he's just farming up a storm, looking for the 4K that Hermes may very well steal after spotting him out, which will be the case. The double duelists of DRX off to the race.
Let me move to the Korean broadcast.
네. 야, 근데 이게 무서웠거든요. 그러니까 A의 구슬 작업하고 뭔가 A의 욕심을 내는 척 액션을 해서 DRX가 미드 정보 어디로 나오는 누군가를 썸띵이 잡는다 였을 건데 그게 안 됐습니다.
네. 자, 무결점으로 가져가게 되면서 이번 세 번째 라운드 아예 빈손은 아닙니다, DRX.
야, 상승 기류로 앞라인 치면은 보내버리겠다였고요.
아, 그런데 잘 찔렀습니다.
확실히 마음 먹고 속도 올리는 페이퍼렉스 무섭긴 합니다.
그러니까요.
와,
아니 헤르메스 현민 한 명씩을 찍어냈고요.
아니 근데 이게 DRX가 미드 시작이었어가지고 백업이 되게 빨랐어요. 페이퍼렉스의 생각보다.
자, 메인 쪽에 멈춰 있습니다.
야, 드론으로 찡에 크랙도 걸려버려가지고 이러면은 그냥 눈 질끈 감고 설치해요 이거는.
이거 정찰 용화살 중요합니다. 타이밍 잡을 거예요.
이렇게 안쪽으로 들어옵니다.
자, 썸띵 위치도 발소리 걸렸어요.
자, 현민이 잘 숨어 있었는데.
야, 현민이 안 지는데요?
아, 근데 현민이 진짜.
자, 한 번 더 메꾸는 연막.
자, 안쪽으로 들어옵니다. 자, 바로 칼폭과 함께. 자, 남은 건 다바이뿐입니다.
아 근데 이번 라운드를 페렉이 지면은 이게 데미지가 너무 큰데요. 한 대 맞았고.
아, 체력이 좀 애매합니다. 다바이라면 좀 버틸만도.
여기서
네.
원택각 봐야 되거든요.
네, 그러네. 베인을 다시 한번 가져갑니다. 3대 0까지 DRX.
야 총기 2개 업그레이드에다가 재활용 라운드 승리. 야 근데 이게 사실은 총이 짧은 쪽에서 미드에 힘을 줘가지고 DRX가 미드에 대한 정보를 빨리 얻은 다음에 페이퍼렉스의 생각보다 진이 여기가 너무 빨랐어요 교전이. 여기에서 이거 진짜 이 정도일 거라고 몰랐을 거예요.
나무문이 셋이나 있다?
예. 이러면 이번 라운드도 얘네가 미드를 질렀구나를 페이퍼렉스가 알만한 상황이고요. 근데 사실 저는 그 과정에서 버켓 들고 메인 하나를 막았던 마커 선택도 되게 좋은 선택이었는데 그거는 페이퍼렉스가 잘 넘어갔거든요. 역시 미드에 힘을 줄. 근데 또 총이 약해서 어차피.
그쵸.
셰리프 5자루.
근데 이런 라운드일 때
이런 라운드일 때.
그리고 페이퍼렉스도 겸사겸사 얘네가 미드 어떻게 나오나 한번 보자였던 취지인 것 같거든요. 근데 또 성과를 내버렸고.
이러면 영역적으로 DRX가 총은 길지만 많이 불편하죠. 그렇다고 해서 AR을 들고 영역을 밀다가 나도 떨구면 어쩌지라는 생각 때문에 과감한 판단도 어려울 거고. 그나마 그 와중에 마코 선수가 어떻게든 베인과 얘기했네요. 하나라도 지워야 된다. 그래서 A는 클리어가 됐습니다. 이러면 미드 또는 B. 근데 더블도를 몰라서 지금 이제 DRX도 확실하게 뭘 돌리지 못해요.
현민의 아울러가 오늘도 계속해서 일을 냅니다. 자, 사운드.
야 위아래로 오멘과 제트가 가자.
눈치챘어요.
오 피망상.
그런데 연막 안에 쇼티는
아예 그냥 데리고 가서.
야 그러면서 앵글 또 만들어줬어요.
안 찝니다.
역시 DRX가 여기를 좋네요.
현배 대장군 납습니다. 4킬입니다.
야 프링의 1000킬이 또 의미 있는 1000킬이 돼버렸네요.
그러게요. 프링 선수의 진짜 빨리 1000킬을 또 달성을 했네요. 퍼시픽에서.
야 근데 이거는 너무 좋았는데. 야 근데 확실히 이미 다 알고 있었어요. 연막 쳐졌을 때 오면 탔겠구나 소리 들었고 그러니까 쇼티로.
We got to do it. At least. Wait a minute.
Around the site delivered nicely from DRX. Not really the good way for PRX to get in towards that site. And now we are going to see what they have with the big old weapons. And the boomstick for Hyunmin here.
You blindly push me, push boys.
I smoke for you.
There's smoke one way.
Nice. Go.
Got me, boys. I'm gonna join.
You don't need to wait for
Don't
GG.
double door.
Communicating on for it, but still not quite aware that Hyunmin could be online with an operator. They go breaking into cave, and it's Envy who takes down the kill against Mako.
Well, 5 versus 3. You cannot falter in this one, PRX. You've got your advantages, though. Position's already here for DRX of 2. The operator, an orange, and a peek out from Bane shut down.
I think not.
Still the angle being held. Shots flying by, positions now revealed. PRX getting the spike down. They're in full control.
1 second.
Heard how they were calling for the smokes and pushes into A side off the initial kills, but now it's a question of whether or not DRX can actually hold on to their guns.
Yeah, there's a bit of a hunt starting to come down for PRX as well. It's not too favoured to remove these guns, to be honest with you, because they've got cash for days, so you want a bit of a premium on holding your own weapons for PRX here. They'll get on the board. They'll hold with 5 alive as well. Good recognition again to go through B early and remove Hermes. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some adjustments for DRX in amongst mid for the next round. For a way potentially to get that operator onto a power line as well and try and find some good advantages for Hyunmin perhaps.
Already fix it on scrims.
You still have valuable tools.
I mean, the guy's on 12 kills already. He's certainly come to the races on this third map here. A slow, steady start across the first 2 maps. If he continues on this trajectory, be on for a mass casualty affair, you'd assume.
Stay safe.
Do see Hermes inching to go back in towards middle.
Yeah, but this is the adjustment that I sort of talk about as well, right? Putting Bane there instead of over towards A.
My ult is ready.
You get a little bit of a buddy system as well. You're not seeing anybody come up the elbow too hard just yet for PaperX on the initial engagements as well. It's a bit of a stalemate. So we are definitely right now in the position, trying to wait and see what PaperX's calling is going to look to be. If they can prod and poke over towards this B site, or if they want to go on the back of the dimensional drift starting to come on in. It brings out the TP from Hermes to get over here. And the doubling down with the Hunter's Fury as well, freeing Dead Rights.
Yeah, completely caught. Still though, Hermes around backside, goes for the flash, but it's something. Quick to respond. As soon as the doors get broken down, it's 2 players from DRX left alive.
And that's just an immediate save call as well. Marco yet to really see some fights in this map at the moment when we think to what we saw last time for DRX on this map of Breeze as well against Full Sense. Marco was the one kind of manhandling Full Sense with all of the kills in that one. Hyunmin and Hermes with the former being pretty much absent. So for Marco, I want to see a bit of a turnaround a little bit in the next couple of rounds. Operator to the wayside, away with you. Might even be another 5 live scenario for PaperX here too. As they look to double their score line.
From
1 to 2.
Yep. 1 foot in front of the other. Marco going to be holding on to the gun for the next round as well.
Tami must call the timeout.
Some solemn claps in the arena here.
If they say,
like right next to it.
I just saw him just before the flash came into play.
It's always the thing about the way that PaperX plays. Their speed, sometimes it works out, sometimes DRX catches on to it. Into this round though, Hyunmin, sights train towards middle. It's Mako possibly feeling the heat.
Oh, you got to cancel that one. As Marco going to try and do what he can around the site, ask for some assistance from Hyunmin with this operator. Rest of PaperX trying to find the gaps around it as Forsaken does do exactly that, doubling down. This is going woeful for DRX off the get-go, and it just feels like they're locked out again from this site.
Also a very readable spot. Hyunmin backed in towards orange. He wants to get away from it. Might be another save call already.
Yeah, you are just not getting back in towards this one in a 3 versus 5 when you've got PaperX just completely overwhelming the site.
I don't think
so. To see a world in which Marco or Bane found a kill before an untimely death.
Tami must call the timeout.
All the lines to take Forsaken right between the pyramids.
Yeah. Certainly finding the right position to put the pain on DRX, because this is now going to translate into a 3 in a row. And we start to wonder, is this the moment on this attacking half that PRX have found the way that they need to navigate things by themselves without needing Alex's intervention just yet, right? Because this is map 3. This is an elimination game. Your timeouts from Termi, from Alex in this map need to be probably the most important that we've seen so far. Freeing also loses his life at the tail end of that one as well. It's going to be a rebuy for DRX into the next round, and a paused timer as well that you would assume is from DRX, not from PaperX.
Yeah, I'm already feeling it.
Even though they're in the lead, they need a chat. They've lost
in a row.
They've lost their momentum.
We'll see what the changes could very well be, because PaperX has been just absolutely tearing through sites.
You know, if this was like what we've seen in the past from a couple of teams, this is the time where you have your bank built up a little bit, you get the Odin, you start spamming over at A, you try to lock out your opponents from that, for example. Or you try to do a bit of a mid-crunch as well. And not seen that too much from DRX. We also haven't seen too much on a requirement for them on the defenses when Marco was really putting in the goods. Right now, definitely waiting on that. How are we lifting Marco up as an individual on this one? How are we playing around his Viper util? It's just been disrespected time at a time.
Might not see it soon though. As you mentioned, this current round, it's a rebuy, light shields, regen shields, nothing much to do else for Mako.
We've got a lot of buys for PaperX to come in fashion, which is going to be good for them to start to gain more rounds in a row, time and time again. How far can they run?
Same screen as well coming through, but now
scanning ahead.
swap things around a little bit. You do have Hermes into A this time.
Yeah, Bane going to be the one to gallivant around mid with no exit strategy either. So he really would need to plant his feet if he wants to stay there.
Right here.
It's where PRX chooses the right spot.
Generally over to this B side as well, you're seeing the TP to an elevated ladder spot, and you're seeing the dash on in. It's not going to happen this time. Well, the dash is, but no TP. Bane puts himself in the right spot, but gets droned out. That's a bit of an awkward one for him, and freeing as well. The shots go by the wayside. It starts to become a bit of an issue for DRX.
Again, feeling quite overwhelmed. Despite the shot from Hyunmin in response, he still has to back off, save it again.
You're just locked out of this one, aren't you, Heya? Ill timing for Bane as well, caught in the drone when the execute comes through from PRX. It's a 2 versus 4, where you lose your smokes as well, right? Yes, you do have your your poison orb rather, at the front choke of the B side, but you can't even really use that for Marco because it's such an open site, and you're just at a disadvantageous position with the numbers that you have here. You have to go for the save, and now it really is a position for DRX that they are running away with their tail between their legs.
You would think the upcoming round, they can't really afford too much either.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, PRX round to round, the anticipation is phenomenal.
Alright, I'm back. Wow.
And at least for Hyunmin and Marco, they will hold on to the weapons for the next round. But what are the adaptations going to start to look like on this defensive side at the moment? You've got that drift for Hermes. Are you using it off the rip to try and get away, get an advantage with a freebie to start things off? Or are you holding on to it for the proper big buy round a little bit later on, seeing what you can get in your hands for this current round, which is going to be the force up. Some light shields and a guardian for Bane, one away from the Hunter's Fury. If you're getting that, it's good. If Hyunmin gets the blades online, juggle some things as well, perhaps. But this is a very, very crucial round for DRX for their defenses. Bring a bit of stability into their pockets.
Hermes, Mako, possibly Hyunmin as well up from top bridge.
I like the shot onto that clone as well from Orange.
Would scare PRX potentially, but look at how they just continue to barrel through.
And they still clear all of these angles too.
Bane at least being able to trade right back, but now the site in control for PRX. Continuing to pepper flashes though, and the Hunter's Fury. DRX trying to put some pressure against PRX, and it works a treat. Hyunmin finds the angles necessary, and freeing now shows up from the back of middle. It's just in B left. He's trying to tap his way through. Finds the first shot. Goes for a slight tap on the spike as well. But off with a 90-degree angle. Slightly revealed. He continues to jiggle back and forth around. Plays around his opponent's cloud burst. Takes down Bane. And slowly continuing to isolate further angles.
Got the dart. Gonna be destroyed.
Hyunmin revealed. But there's one more. He's not entirely sure where he could spring out from. He's trying to bait them out into the open. DRX not biting. Starting to budge. He walks out into the open, takes down Hyunmin, looks for the angle, but freeing denies. DRX back in the lead.
I knew where freeing was in that moment in time because it was freeing the one, I believe, to destroy that dart. The question was, where was Hyunmin? He manages to find that one in an attempt of what? The 1 versus 4. Very cheeky to get the kill onto the operator as well in Bane's hands in that juggle affair. And it's a round that was desperately needed for DRX. Not one found with an iron fist, however. Very loose handshake affair between the teammates on DRX's side in a 4 versus 1 advantage position. But now you got to try and crack that egg again, don't you? PRX, another buy here. Very pacey again in towards this A site. And Hermes is going to try and shut down with Hyunmin.
I think this time somewhat red off the different angles and also dimensional drift into cave.
Yeah, he's going to exit the ult as well. He does technically have a 1 versus 1, but he doesn't know that Devi is still playing in towards the back lanes. Just behind him, Devi is going to take the Outlaw shot and get rid of him. So it's advantage no longer for DRX for numbers.
Hunter's Fury then comes out, but look at Mako, ready as ever. Takes down another player, but then Jing into the corner. Tries to track onto Hyunmin, but dancing all across midair. Makes it a tough target to hit. A second kill but not a third.
Oh,
A kill unfortunate, but at least Bane came up from behind. DRX onto a 6.
Sure, that could have been so awkward and so problematic for DRX. Freeing gets caught trying to place a star. He's lucky enough that Bane doesn't miss the shot in that moment in time, because imagine a world where the timing gets the better of you there and you lose the round. That would have felt so bad deep in your stomach. As Hyunmin does what he does best with the blades as well. A good trade from Bane. Oh, but my oh my. These rounds are starting to get very weird, very strange. Timeout invested for PRX as they try to chase an equal scoreline at the half.
Would help them out a lot as we think to how they might play their composition on the defense.
Have to wait and see. Pistol rounds got a little bit sore for them, so you know regardless of halftime scoreline, it's going to be the pistol needed. But there's still 2 more rifle rounds to play in this half right now. Hyunmin, well, doesn't have access to the blades. You can assume that he's still going to have that operator in hand unless Hermes wants to be the one with the Yoru to hold that and change the approach for DRX on the defenses. But that's not going to be the case here. Hyunmin with the op over towards B for a potential early B investment. Ooh. Which is going to be a different look to DRX and we've not seen just yet. So Jing, to be very careful. There's been some timing found from him pushing up through the elbow, so it's a very informational charge play for DRX. And well, he is going to get away with that one, but not with his life. Passes the first problem of that op, loses to Hermes.
Lost one of those smokes. You expect the Shrouded Step to actually get across, but still not expecting a secondary layer. Now PRX still trying to find any lead in this round.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that the barrier drop call for them isn't to try and play on the back of Forsaken using the Dimensional Drift to facilitate the team to get on in and go for a bit of a pit play. It is going to be a potential latter scenario style for them right now as they sell a bit of a ruse over towards this A site with the smokes and the Yoro with the drone to come out from Envy as he gets inserted into the A site a little bit later on, and Freeing could upset things over at this site here of B.
Pretty good at dodging the flashes for now. DRX has arrived on the site. You bank a lot onto the pit, and that's where Envy finally managed to show up. Mako gets taken down, but inside of the pit, spike plant denied. It's Hermes pushed all the way through. Something tries to hang back, but that's where he gets caught. And now it's Forsaken still circling around the pillar alongside Envy to try to hold on to the round. Jumps up off to the ledge, gets spotted by the head, down to the 1v2. Envy looks for a shock dart kill, but it's not going through just yet. Still needs to get the spike down because he's only got 10 seconds left. All around the pillar. He tries to hunt. He takes down one. Makes it a little bit more possible. Still though, spotted out by the top of the boxes. It's DRX continuing to extend this lead.
Last round in the
That makes things very difficult around that B side as well when you lose Jing first and foremost, but then when the team starts to go on in, Envy. A checkbox for him. He finds Marco off yonder at the A site. That plan worked, but the rest of the plans around this B site did not. Hermes finds Devi in the pit, and that was kind of a lot of the be-all and end-all scenario for PRX. That pit was the play to get the plant, survive in, win the round. And it just becomes very awkward at the end there to try and get things back. The battles around the back of the side as well just looked extremely awkward. It looked like DRX was playing with their food, to be honest with you. As we move into the last round of the half right now, it is all 5 towards this B site for PRX.
You can still think there's still a chance that this goes 8-4. Freeing into the corner around the smokes. Hermes taking down Forsaken as he TPs across. It's 3 players left surviving already for PRX.
And that TP position for Forsaken is so ambitious because it's the normal place that Yorus send TPs here, but you're generally backing that up with an Astra ultimate and a little bit of a pocket. They're not playing the Astra anymore, so it's a very risky TP into the open without the team to help you there. A missed op shot comes on through, but it's still a 2 versus 5 that PRX have to really try and dig deep to find.
Last round of the half anyway, you might as well go for it. A wild step in from Jing. Retrieves the spike and wants to set the smoke down to try to get a plant through. He actually tries to bait them out, but once again, DRX exercising discipline, not to mention Look at the minimap. Mako all the way from behind.
I mean, if he finds one kill, he could technically ult over towards the A side of the map with this Omen. But they're just not giving it to him. There's the recognition.
I
from
promise
DRX.
it's not
They
time
know
for
that that's
Jim.
available. They know that's an avenue that they drop this round. So let him go for the plan. Let him try to work a 1 versus 3. Because remember, you do not win a 1 versus 3. You lose a 3 versus 1. And that is not going to happen here for DRX. They will win that convincingly at the end. And that is going to be an 8-4 half that they will come away with.
I love that saying. DRX never loses. You would hardly see them lose these.
Yep. You got to see a bit of Omen unfamiliarity in that moment for Jing as well when he swings out from the pillar and immediately brings out the dark cover. Feels like the mindset there is either dashing on the jet that you used to do, or it's pulling out the curveball that you did on the Phoenix previously. It's just falling into a state of comfort because you play 2 maps as the Phoenix. You're going for a pick like that. You're thinking, I'll flash around the corner. Oh, I'm playing Omen Smokes. Wrong click, misclick. Oh no.
Let's go.
Regardless, 4 to 4 to 4. That's the way that these rounds have been gathered so far, and now we switch things up. A pistol desperately needed for PRX as they move on to the defensive side of the who goes home and who will not have a chance to try and get into Masters Santiago. This is the elimination part of the bracket. This is the lower part of the triple elim format.
What are you doing?
Yeah, you got another game after this as well.
Alex was
The loser of T1 and DFM awaits the victor of this.
Do have at least a day break to kind of regroup yourself, but right now at least fighting for your life. Alex really feeling the pressure.
Alex was,
PRX at least right now 2 out of 5 pistols so far for the day. But we'll see as it all comes down to how this second half begins.
Wait a minute.
Their
Sometimes it's just so
defensive
funny
side.
when
And what reads do you have
like
on the
what
tape
again?
as well, right? We've not seen too much
As
here
an
from
support
DRX, right? Just
and
that
DRX having
game against Full
against
Sense. How much do you play in from that? On the flip side as well, a little bit more from PRX, right? 3 showings of it. Tendencies to be seen for DRX. This
1
pistol
wins,
round right
2
now.
losses.
PRX are going to the B side of the map.
Need that back.
Oh, they're actually pushing out alongside their screen.
They could find free. Don't get me wrong. But then what?
Find them. Information found, and it's already DRX to swing off contact. At least something. Dive straight in against freeing. Envy as well shows up around middle. DRX suddenly alert.
Yeah, that was a much needed kill from him, but does he overplay his hand, right? It's a 3 versus 2 right now. You need to play to the high percentages as PRX. You've got the numbers. You'll play together holding each other's hand, going in for a re-clear of A main at the moment, but by the timing, Marco and Hermes, they can sneak into this A side as well, potentially get a bit of a backstab onto something if they wanted, or look elsewhere. They'll start to clear up through towards mid. They will manage to dodge PRX's location. Or will they? Marco holding around mid, waiting for the poisons.
They have a chance to
come on up.
decide.
Got 40 seconds.
Yep. They're doing their due diligence to try and clear any cheeky position the PRX could play in, but by taking this merry stride, they are going to walk into a firing squad.
Might not look at the angle though. Turns around, Hermes finds a shot, but Envy as well. A lot of support on the PRX side. This is also Jing with the Ghost. It's Mako, 11 HP now. Sticks the spike just for some extra credits. Whether or not he can survive is a whole other thing. He at least takes 1 more down with him. But otherwise, PRX with the pistol.
Yeah, very desperately needed. As Marco finds 1 more kill to the tally. He's gone very missing on this map at the moment. Bane is down there as well technically, but calling good on DRX's defensive side. Now it's time for everyone to try and step up to try and close this map, to try and get that victory. But for PRX as well, needing to also hit the shots, needing to make some very smart defensive decisions where we think quite questionable over on Corrode from map number 2 in this series.
Jiggy.
Some upgrades of the pistols for DRX here, some bandit plays for the duelists.
Sheriffs, Marshals, Guardians for the side of PRX.
Well, Devi has the Stinger and he could get technically overwhelmed at the moment. It depends on the pathing of DRX. He's trying to hold the way that he can. The pistols, they're looking pretty good for DRX, don't get me wrong. There's some kills here.
For DRX, that's right.
Envy as well.
Still continue to push through. They've picked up the Stinger.
Yep.
Taking some damage from perhaps the Viper utility somewhat.
Oh, this is going to be down to timing as well for Envy, isn't it?
Oh,
He's just got around.
Yeah, Envy can hear all of this, but as he swaps through, it's Mako getting the drop.
Oh, the timing on the drone as well is going to be ill-advised, and Jing will capitalize on that one. It is a second round here, Quack, for PRX, but it technically does get close in numbers. 2 survive for the defensive side.
Slight investment from PRX as well.
And they're going to try their hand at seeing what they can do in this round as well, because you almost feel like you don't need the bonus, but you certainly would love to be able to find it.
Especially when you were down 8-4, yeah. Might not be able to find it now. You got Guardians, you got Phantoms. Well, 1 Phantom. Forsaken onto a Sheriff. They're looking to peek outside of B again. Jinx setting up for the flash. DRX hanging back. They've gotten all the information they need. Jinx sends it. PRX trying to get a go, but not quite finding too much. It's Envy.
How's he found that? He had a dart earlier on. Just absolutely wallbanged him. Take a throwback to that location. Peaked all the time. And Autumn from GE expected it and one-tapped him to oblivion. It's a great opener on a Hyunmin though. Not going to do the heavy lifting for DRX at times as well. Now you can play a little bit further back. You've lost this space of mid. Envy still looking after things with a Hunter's Fury in store if required, but now getting a little bit overzealous and ambitious, but it's rewarded.
Okay.
And now they are struggling.
Really slows things down for the side of DRX. Not to mention this judge on the other side of the door.
It's uncharacteristic for PRX though, isn't it, mate? They are playing super slow, and maybe they needed to at the moment as something just roars for 2, and Marco will be spotted in just a mere moment.
Okay. Still spots up the head by the end of the flash at least. Back into cave. But swings out wide. Envy with the Guardian still. Yeah. Those were all singular taps.
If there was ever a time for Envy to feel integrated in towards this roster right now, and you needed to have a bit of a proving moment, this was the time to do it, mate. He's just got to do it. That's crazy.
Bonus picked up.
Bonus picked up indeed. Some upgrades of weapons as well. Envy is certainly stepping up here on the Sova for this map. But it's got to be full focus for PRX to continue, doesn't it? They're knocking on the door of DRX now. I said about that bonus, right? You're going to have a bit of investment. You would absolutely love the bonus. And they'd be licking their lips that they managed to find it. Can't say the same for DRX right now, though.
Really would have to watch out for how PRX have themselves set up currently. It's always Envy top middle. They've died a couple times to it. And then you just saw like that little set play with Ching sending out an Omen flash down towards elbow on B side.
It's happened. Wow, we got PRX fans from Korea.
Almost feels like it's back to the drawing board for DRX after this timeout, though. We'll see.
Kind of needs to be a little bit though, right? You're playing double duelist at the moment. You want to make sure that you're getting very oppressive, but you also need to make sure that you're getting set up nicely from the likes of banging on this over, that the timing for freeing on the Astra is going to look good for them. This is an uncharacteristic buy.
Okay.
This is going to be a window peak if you'd ever bloody seen one. And Devi, if you die, you should only laugh this off. Because if you don't, and you let this get the better of you...
Now I kind of want him to die.
5 marshals for DRX.
Wow.
You hear 1 and you think that there's some slight investment. You hear 2 and you start to wonder what is happening. You hear 3 and then you assume that they've bought up a bit. So we'll see what does happen in the adjustments here for PRX right now. Forsaken tagged to 50. They're going to try and chip away at PRX's health little by little and give them some 1,000 cuts before death.
Round by round.
They're
kill by
out
kill.
towards tunnel at least. PRX.
There we go. This is where it could happen.
Oh my god. Envy here to save the day a little bit. You got a little toxic screen set up as well. Divide hungry for more though. To the top of the ledge, he finds a couple, and then here comes Forsaken, spinning back around. The Marshals won't do too much in this current round.
No, they get a kill on the back of Hermes. So good headshot to come out from that Marshal, but the other ones just a little bit of damage. A tied scoreline now, and by pattern, 4 for DRX next.
Very possible.
Got to see what they're going to do, though, of course, as so far it has looked lacking on this attack side for them. And when you look towards what they did against Full Sense, it was the attack side that was 8-4. They started with 5 in a row on their attack. This time they've not been able to do so.
They smoke from me. Viper.
Johnny.
Maybe double door, guys. Double door. Split A, split A, boys.
You're out from Hermes.
In Jet already. Jet's inside, boys.
Well, PRX know that they're inside the A side at the moment, but are they going to be able to contain them, or do they have to go for a bit of a retake? Hermes gets out of the drift at the wrong time. Something dispatches a Marco as well. This is what we saw from PRX. Work great on Haven. The flood before the plant, and they're looking to really cut the knees off of DRX here again.
Freeing separated from Bane as well, not to mention.
I guess DRX gonna slug
Bane wants to get the spike down, but you know it's just not safe. PRX hiding inside the smoke, and as soon as the curtain falls, it's the end of the round. PRX take the lead and steal it away from DRX.
And they are limping at the moment. They are looking so soft right now, DRX. We need to see something better come in from them. They're not giving the fights with advantage. They are feeling the pressure. They are feeling like nothing is working on this attacking side at the moment. And Permitted, they've had pistols, they've had the Marshal buy. This was your rifle round. This was the big round. Dimensional drift investment. You get in towards the site.
That's true.
But PRX recognize that, and they take the fight early. Again, it's what we saw successful for them. It's what they didn't do on Corrode that I was waiting for. So it feels like in the interim, they figured out what they needed to do to get back in towards this one. But now DRX, we'll see if it's Groundhog Day in this A site again, as they do get in to try and get that plant.
With a half buy, just say. Still though, PRX, same flood, same procedures. It's Forsaken this time off the blind sides. DRX tucked into, I guess, the left side off the site. Got Bane in with Hunter's Fury and some other utility as well, but this might not be the round to deploy. He sends out the shock darts. PRX trying to get onto the spike, and they've got the smoke surrounded. Recon's through, Hermes down, and that's just Divide doing his thing into cave. No survival for DRX. Solid recognition coming through.
PRX have 10. DRX are winless on this attacking side of theirs. They have no timeouts. Everything is being able to be dictated, damn what a shot, by PRX in this half right now. This feels like it is now PRX's map to lose. We need to see a very convincing decision and round come out from DRX right now. They have not been able to one-dimensionally get in towards the A site. They have to change it. Is this going to be what they need? The operator back in possession for Hyunmin. Hunter's Fury for Bane, the pit for Marco still. They can't really contend with A, you'd assume. Whoa! That is a great starting decision from Something and from Forsaken. Flash and Op play on the line, removing Hyunmin, who's been sitting on 19 kills, by the way, for so long now.
It's over for DRX because
Hyunmin as well. Flush DRX
OP,
clearly into the B site. Jing has the smoke set up. You got 3 players already hovering across from PRX's side. Just watching, waiting through the smokes, getting a couple of suppressive shots into it. No chance. Everyone from DRX who was hiding around that smoke got turned into Swiss cheese.
Yeah, they're just peppering them down little by little. Call them PRX at the moment. Marco and Freeing just absolutely going to have to capitulate in this round. Forced to, as a matter of fact. And they might not even survive at all. 5 alive for PRX. Marco by himself.
Backed into the corner.
Finds one, but with 5 HP,
30 seconds left.
It's going to be pretty darn difficult to hold onto this gun because you just throw caution to the wind if you're PRX, or you throw a shock dart courtesy of Envy. Then there was 11 for PRX.
What do you say, drone?
It's been 7 rounds in a row now for the Southeast Asians.
A case in point of a snowball affair.
11-8.
And DRX has not yet found an answer.
Yep. And we thought that the Zeta game for DRX was one of the best highlights of a snowball in this game of Valorant that we know right now in current meta. This kind of feels worse.
Oh my goodness.
Or a better case, rather. DRX, the blades are out, and the drone first, but not spotting something. Do they suspect he's on the line? He's not alive! How is he still alive? He's not. Okay, cut down to size. Advantage finally for DRX. This is probably the best chance they actually have, because no one is on this A site anymore for PRX.
And I didn't think to it. Why would DRX suddenly explode off into the A side? But
you have
now
to
it's
pit.
an off.
You have to pit right now. You need all that you can to try and win this round. Bane playing the distance game with the Hunter's Fury.
Into the pit as well. And you're right, Hunter's Fury is online. Setting up, waiting for it, as PRX tries to surround and get themselves into this territory that's been set up by Mako. He's got a Frenzy as well, so this game plan completely clear. Hyunmin, with the Blade Storm, eliminates yet another, but there goes Jing, trying to work with what he can actually find. Still though, the hugest obstacle off the site of this round is just completely blocking PRX's path to success. Mako gets himself onto the board, and it's a thrifty for DRX.
Imagine if there was ever a time to step up though, right? It's before your opponents get to map point, series point in an elimination position, and you come online with that pit, with the way in. The blade's working for Hyunmin as well. Gets off 19, gets the kills. That was desperately needed for DRX.
Hold up. PRX bring out double off.
Yep.
Alright, 1 second and...
It could actually play with their economy if they're not too careful, but Envy's fine, Devi's fine. See what they look to do. 1 through mid, 1 through elbow. With a bailout strategy for Forsaken 2, don't forget. And if you can block their lines of sight, makes the ops a little bit more risky to go for any ambitious peekings like this. Something. Trying to do his best face clan impression, perhaps. We all know how that went recently. Forsaken, though, onto freeing. We'll find first pick.
Will be the second ops only made known. Jing tucked around the back of the pyramids on A site. He actually circles around, trying to get ahead of the wave. It's Hyunmin, managed to spot him out. In with his shot at close range. Devi, though, out from the back of Orange, works with the information retrieved by his teammates and finds 3. Hermes answers back. Pops off the flash, looks for a bit more, but gets shut down by his Yoru counterpart at the very end. It's PRX now at the cusp of closing out the series.
And those were some delicious kills to come in from Devi there for that 3K as well. Just catching DRX through the choke of the A site. 3 series points now for PRX to not get eliminated, and for DRX it has got to be a damaging feeling right now that nothing has gone your way on this attacking side. Mate, the only round that you found so far was the thrifty with the pit.
And the blades.
And the blades being...
were our past kickoff champions.
Yeah, 2025 kickoff champions. Representatives at internationals aplenty.
Blown out. Forsaken just reads all of it. Sends a shot right through. A second! And off goes Mako as well, trying to play around the screen. Still has to watch out though, because opponents all around. As PRX get themselves back into line. Something gets sussed out.
Yep, you'll take that kill any day of the week. A 3 versus 3, you need to start to look for the plant to go down. As Bane has Hunter's Fury as well, you've still got freeing. What stars do you maybe still have available as well for that Gravwell? As Mako finds the 3K in the round, freeing finds Envy. This is looking better for DRX to hold on to dear life.
Wait a minute.
Bring it to a 10. Devi, though, still in the game, but gets spotted out by the barrel, freeing's position untenable. And there goes DRX, not backing down.
Remember, there's timeout available for PRX as well, but you call that, you give an opportunity. Termi to have a chat. Whoa. And my friends, the timer is paused.
Tak paus?
I don't know how I feel about this bye, but yeah, we'll see.
I feel like this is not the friendly pause.
Might not. Alex goes screaming into their ears. It's 12-10. And a single mistake could cost them.
Time out.
A single mistake and we might go into OT.
Yeah. Okay, there's chatter. This is a friendly pause. We're all good?
Good timing, at least, from Coach Alex.
I'm saying that it's not a tech pause. That's
okay.
why we're friendly. But there's an opportunity now that you feel like was desperately needed for the side of DRX to have another chat, to try and navigate a way to get these next 2 rounds, to push us into overtime. This team that is notorious for a 5th, 6th finish position, if they're not getting to the international stages, DRX will not see themselves go out in 6th right now in this triple elim bracket. They want another chance at the international stage. My people.
Just waiting for you to send that. Yeah. Love to see it. Fans from down under. But at the same time, for PRX, both teams truly
Finally,
such storied players all throughout Pacific. The fact that they possibly have to get sent packing at the end of this series, at the end of this map.
And this is such a big round for DRX actually as well, because look at the economy of PRX. They could be in a weakened state of affairs in the next round. They'll have some guns, don't get me wrong, but not the whole kit and caboodle. This is a big round for DRX. 4 to the main. A drift on in for Hermes to scope everything out. Needs to come with an advantage here, you would assume, because by the timing that is slipped in for Divide, he finds Hyunmin.
He got ahead of the drift, and then the Hunter's Rear gets pulled out as well. Envy fires back his Bane, unfortunately gets silenced. Still though, into sight, Mako's managed to take down his opponent. Now, they set themselves up.
Bang on for the plant as well. Jing to reposition to the back of A lobby. No one can hear this one. How long does Marco stay around? Jing spotted him, but doesn't reveal himself too early. Plays the trigger discipline right now as Jing scales up, finds Marco.
And now you get sent the Paranoia into sight. Hermes has to back away from it. He's backed up by his teammate though, but they get spotted out by something. Jumping through with Forsaken onto the sortie. Bane still stays alive. His teammate fallen, and there goes something with the operator punched through. It's diabolical for PRX to end it in this fashion, 13-10. They surround the site, they plant their feet down, and they send DRX home.
And there's backwards and forwards affair in the RX Derby recently as well. Last time at Champs, it was DRX that got the better of PRX, but this time it is the train conductors who may be doing another little run in the lower bracket. We'll have to see if that will continue. I'm very glad that this series got all 3 maps, of course. I think we all are as well, but it's always a bit of a solemn affair when we have to send one team home. And for today, that is DRX. They will not be having their chance at an international once more.
It's quite unfortunate to say. We've seen the performances, we've seen the improvements from DRX. Hermes stepping up to bat, especially in the previous map.
And it's early stages as well, right? It's kickoff when you had to really rebuild this roster at a very late stage in the mix as well, with what we see with Flashback happening for DRX stepping away. Who do we get? Hermes